everybody, and welcome. Oh wait, yeah, I haven't unrevealed. Utari went earlier in the last stream, so it's just I haven't he is here, I promise.
We are professionals.
Yeah, well, look, there he is. It's fine. It just means you go to see the really nice no pilot data.
There's his handsome face.
Anyway,
Right
there's his handsome face.
See, there he is.
And his working light. Let's go. Of course, traditionally, how could we miss out on Utari painting miniatures whilst we're playing? Anyway, welcome everybody to another episode of well, we'll get on to that. But brought to you by the Component Cast. A couple of things this week before we just go into the other normal stuff. Other normal stuff is that Good Mikey here has been working really hard on publishing some of our content as short form content, both on the YouTube and on our socials. So if you do see it, please just give it a like. It's one of the best ways to help us grow. Just all you have to do is just boop, little thing on whatever platform you're seeing it on. But other than that, Roach, what are we playing?
We're playing Lancer. It's a game made by Massive Press and available on their website and itch.io page. You can get the rulebook with all the actual rules to play the game for free on either of those places. And if you want to spend a little extra money or some money than free, for $25, you can get the full rulebook, which has all of the lore and a little bit extra stuff inside of it. And it's totally worth it. As well as check out all the other just adventures that they have published or that are available for the Lancer system. It's got a very good community.
Mikey, over to you. Do you have anything this week?
Please like the stuff that I post. It keeps Midge from killing me. Please help.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, there are a few things. As Midge is not apprentice because he doesn't pay me.
I wasn't gonna say apprentice. I was not gonna say.
I am his manservant at best. So one of our alumni, Discourse Miniatures, has created a miniature horror game called Black Blood. It's all about the shadowy conspiracy series with vampires and witches fighting each other during the end of the world. So if you'd like to get involved in that playtest, which is currently running, go to her Twitter account. You can find it at Discourse Minis. That is her @. So please check that out. Let her know we said hello, and we hope she's doing well. And now you can check out the artist who does all of the artwork for all of our characters. Their name is Mela. You can find her on Twitter and Tumblr as BuySpaceCreator, BUY Space Creator. And finally, for all the other stuff that I work on, you can find all of our shows in individual podcast channels where you find them all by searching for the show's titles. If you want to find this show in a podcast format on any app that you want to listen to, please search Lancer It's Just Business. You can find our Dungeons & Dragons show, the Eleanor Chronicles, our Urban Jungle show, the Krogan Knights, our Zweihander show, the Great Schism, our Lancer show, It's Just Business, and our specials, including the Elite Dangerous Rival Zone special, the Goodies for Copies, Red Moogle special, and House of Time Midgeman special on the Podbean, Player FM, Podchaser, Listen Notes, Boom Play, Apple Podcast, Overcast Podcast, Castro, Castbox, Podfriend, Podcast Addicts, and Good Pods apps. Shows release on YouTube and the podcast channels at 12 noon GMT Friday for Eleanor, Saturday for Lancer, and Sunday for Cyberpunk. Please remember to turn on the auto downloader in your preferred app, and be sure to leave us a rating and review on that app. Thank you very much.
I feel like that needs like a beat behind it with how fast you say it every time now. It's like,
yeah, we need to have a timer. We need to see if you can beat yourself like every week.
Just
every week.
We just throw up the laptop.
It needs its own poster.
Mikey, have you considered a career being the terms and conditions announcer in radio ads?
I could do.
Or selling livestock. Like,
oh God, no! Hell no! No, thank you.
I don't know which
have
one
to deal with farmers. No thanks.
There's enough of them near you. Anyway, but finally, for a final thing from us before we get on with tonight's broadcast, if you want to support the show, one of the better way to do it, I'm talking financially anyway, all of that awesome stuff that Mikey's talked about there's a couple of ways you can do it. One of them is to go to our merch store, pick up some merch, and look good and wear a really, really obscure reference that no one's going to get. The other things you can do as well is becoming a Twitch sub, or more importantly, becoming one of our patrons. Patrons give us the biggest cut of the pie and allows us to create more things, such as these many shows that we run. We're now running, hopefully when they all start back up, we'll be back to running 3 shows a week, and we also have all other side projects, etc. We fund and we're all completely community funded. Like all of our time going into this is done completely free of charge, and we need your support. As we don't exactly profit from this. This is just we fund fun things for you to watch and your eyeballs to see. So if you want to keep seeing them, that's the best way
And for
to
us
do
to
it.
have fun while playing them.
Oh yeah, exactly. We're paid in our fun and exposure.
That's worse than exposure.
I think
Yeah.
I think it is.
Paid
We're-
in,
we're
paid in
paid-
fun per hour.
We're paid in enjoyment per mile.
We
Anyway,
buy our own merch.
we do. Oh god,
I
We
didn't
do-
even get
Oh.
the shit sent to me. I had to pay for it.
You know, So
I still don't have a
I
poster for a
designed-
show I wrote because I
designed
didn't
the
have the
shit
money
and
at the time.
I have to pay for it myself. I don't get samples. I have to buy my own samples. Like, yeah. So fund our filthy habits. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, without
Please.
further ado, let's get on with tonight's broadcast.
So good, we're good. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Who wants to do a recap and get yourself a free accuracy for this session? Going once, going twice.
Go on then, I'll
I'll
do
do
it.
it.
Oh,
No, Midge, you
that's
do
it. No, that
I
was
can
a
do
soul. Midge volunteered first.
So-
I'm forcing him.
that's fine. So, in the last session, we returned to forward operating base Rapier after our first successful mission. But as the closing scene of our first mission hit, so was the operating base, and it was shelled from a fast flyover of various Republican jets. They are a Republic, aren't they? I think, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, on a low-flying buzz. I was the only person who successfully rolled in that end scene, so I am the one that saved the one building that survived. But other than that, we then set about helping out in terms of getting the base kind of back up to scratch for a little while during our downtime. Helping out myself and Spanner. So Padre and Spanner went and helped medically. Spanner offering just hands for when they need it, and Padre doing some very, very sketchy shit as he worked whilst also giving blood. But that's the kind of person he is. Demon, Reaper, and Fathead went to... Well, I believe Reaper went to start clearing rubble and then got out, and then also Ursa went to start clearing rubble and got out, but Reaper was just, taking idle time whilst Ursa was finding food, whereas Demon and Fathead went to turn in the mission, so to speak, and catch up with our lovely handler, cat herder, unfortunate soul
Crazy.
tied to our unfortunate soul tied to controlling our unit. Our comms officer. What is her official title? Is it comms officer?
Handler.
Oh, it is handler. Okay, I was
it
right
is
the
actual
first time.
handling. Yeah.
Yes. Oh gosh, was that Lieutenant?
You made a joke about this. You made a Reyes, yes.
Yes, there
Grace
we go.
Reyes.
Grace Reyes, there we go. It's all mental up here. And who also reported that, yes, whilst the mission was a success, everything was chaos, so to come back later. Eventually, Reyes then found Demon to alert him of the fact that the files that he sent during the mission had gone awry and missing, and therefore we might have something going on, whether we've been hacked or the files are auto-deleting or something of the sort. And Spanner got to work exploring that. I think on the other side track, Ursa started kicking some doors nearby just to clear some area around the forward operating base, as well as helping set up I would say soup kitchen, but it's soup with an exclamation mark cube kitchen. As we explored no, I think it was sandwiches technically, but we explored the absolute wondrous joys again of the meal cubes. Also, actually, as a thing, just a quick shout out to the individual on the Discord who made a sketch of the armadillo. They're in chat. Hello. It's video. Yeah, well, either way, I would like if there's a they've just actually DM'd me at the same time, just like, I just want to say this was what I was opening Discord to actually look at it, and they're there, and it was like well, I just want to say it's a fantastic image, feel free to share it, do whatever you want with it, but just thank you for actually taking that weird concept of Andy the Avari armadillo and making it a reality. And I wanted to give you a shout out while I did the recap. So
it's the Avari aardvark. God damn it,
it's the aardvark. We memory hold the armadillo part.
Yes. yeah.
Get it right, Mitch.
The reason it's not armadillo, the reason my brain went to armadillo was because of Friends. My head went to Friends and Ross in the armadillo costume. That's where my head just went, because
I need someone to reach through the screen and slap the shit out of this man.
Well, it's because my memory works on like picture images, and that's how I remembered the character was by linking it to that. Anyway, does that suffice as a recap, Roach?
Yeah, you can mark down somewhere that you have a free accuracy at some point in today's session.
I'll try to remember to use it.
Yeah.
I think Mitch is too young for Otis the Aardvark. It's the problem.
I don't even know what that.
British, don't worry.
Okay, it's not because I'm too young. It's also just because it's a different
continent.
I'm slightly too young for Otis the Aardvark, but I did have a handmade okey doke.
You don't even remember Roland Rat, do you?
So
I assume that all the words that you all are saying are actual things and not just made up.
I smile and nod
I
is kind of what I've got. It's how I've survived this long in this group. So
apologies, we're spread over 2 very small islands.
Yeah. We ended off last week with you getting a briefing for a mission, and me being me didn't have the documents on hand to provide you for the actual mission. That has now been done. It is also available in game, but I just realized now I did not actually allow you to see that. So, one moment.
Slightly important, you know, a little bit.
Shh.
A little bit important. Tiny amount of important. You know,
I'm a professional.
None of us here are professional.
That's what a friend of mine said that this week. They were saying like, "Oh, I'm really interested. You all like professionals?" And I was like, "That's not the word that you should be using with us."
We are dedicated to the cause.
Yes, that is
the cause being chaos.
Dedicated amateurs.
Yes. Yeah. Operation Just Desserts Oprod is now available for you to see in game, as well as if Midge would like to highlight it or show it in the stream. If there's anything you want to kind of go back to and question or clarify or anything like that, now that you have the actual full plan, and just ignore any like spelling errors, because
I only pick Mitch up on his spelling errors because he publishes it in real life.
Trust me, I've seen plenty.
It would be rich if I, the person who spelt this channel's name wrong, started to question people's spelling. We would
Once again, we're professional.
Professional idiot on my end. I don't know how I legitimately sometimes don't know how I have existed this long.
Sheer dumb luck.
You baffle scientists around the world.
But I'm a scientific creation. It's their fault.
This is true. He's not wrong. He's
Debatable.
telling the truth.
I'm 100%. I'm OG test tube child.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
They just said it multiple times with you being present, including one time
Chaos.
where you were in the same room.
Yes.
I went to a foreign country with that man for an entire freaking week. Wasn't until the last day that we realized we were there together.
Herding cats. So back to the thing at hand. Yes, Spanner, go ahead.
Okay, so before even that wonderful Google Doc that you sent us, you gave us a list of files, and you said I could play with those.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed, but yes, that is you have a possibility of unlocking like more sections or deeper file directions.
Would Spanner have had time before they set off? Because you said there was a few weeks before between the two ops.
Yeah, you would have had time to try once. And I realized I didn't have a chance to tell you all to do like downtime activities and work that out during the week. That was because my eyes hurt, so I didn't have time to.
Oh no, I assumed.
So
I assumed there was like the stuff that we had to do for this operation that we've been assigned to by Demon, and then also there's other shit we can do when we're not doing that.
Yeah. So go ahead, Red.
So is it one big file or a little file that I can open at a time?
So what it is what you can see is that each of the directories has smaller directories in there, and essentially you're picking something to try and dive deeper into.
So one of the smaller directories.
Yeah, like you already have the over file. So every like subfolder in HR and administration is already there, but you don't have anything in like benefits because you haven't unlocked that yet. So, and it's a possibility. So it's kind of like there's more here than you have the physical capability of doing during the course of this campaign. So you will have to pick and choose.
Well, given the hack, which is how I got these folders in the first place, can I find out about the cyber threat intelligence, which is in IT and cybersecurity?
Okay. Sure. I'm going to need you to make either a grit roll or a roll with one of your
Can I use hack?
You can use hack because this has a very high DC for these kinds of things, at least at this current stage. You can buffet this and make it easier on you, lower the DC by finding things or doing other things. Yeah. So this
It's kicked me out the game, so just let me log back.
Yep.
Mean game, kicking Red out. Cough.
Yeah.
How dare it? Start beating up some servers.
I'm gonna try.
No, I have the mental image of Mikey walking into a server building, going into the room, just like wailing into tower stacks.
Yeah, I just got a baseball bat. Just like, all right, you motherfucker, bang. Having been in those rooms before, I can tell you they're also nicely like chilled. So.
Yeah. Terrifying as well. Have I ever told you guys about the time that I had to build scaffold around the emergency button for a bunch of Merrill Lynch Bank of America servers?
No.
No.
That's only...
Motherfucking crit.
You have to tell us that later.
Oh, nice.
Crit. Okay, cool. All right. I didn't expect you to do this immediately, so I'm going to have to, during the course
You
of
can come back
today's...
to me, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't expect you to do it immediately.
Well, I didn't expect the natural 20.
That is true. This had a DC 20. So
Spanner rolled a 24.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I will get that to you. I will get those files transferred into the game and then available to you at a later time.
Thank you, Roach. Give me the lore.
Yeah.
Give me all the lore, please. And thank you, bye.
Beavis law.
Okay, so past that, back to the operation. The opera I do now have access to, which should be accessible in game as well.
It is.
Okay, good. Fine though now with the journal system. Any questions? Questions for the during the briefing when everything was gone over, or anything else? Just kind of pre-prep for the mission. I'm gonna start calling you individually if you don't. People don't talk.
Do we know Captain Trindle?
No, you've never met them. They are a naval captain, which is not a captain for like an army captain. They're equivalent to like.
Oh no, I was wondering. Like, I think what red means is like, did we
Colonel.
meet them on the ship? Like, is the ship that they?
You
run
weren't on
same
the piece
ship
of
we
A.
came on? Yeah, that's what I mean.
You were on the Reproach, which was the other carrier, or part of the battle group. So no,
Yeah.
you're not aware of them.
Cool.
At least not
Right.
personally.
Demon's going to want to talk to him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
The bulk transports that are going with Hammer,
Mm-hmm.
are they remote? Are they...
They'll have a crew of 2 per, which is basically just a driver and like a mechanic per vehicle.
Going to want to talk to them as well.
Okay.
Do we have any communications codes for when we get to where we're going?
There are some, but I decided I wasn't going to actually force you to remember a cipher code.
I wasn't talking about a cipher. I was talking about handshakes.
Handshakes. There are some, but I'm not going to force you to, because it would be electronic
Cool.
at that point. So it's not. Yeah, you're not doing, word, call, counter call, verbally. If you are, then I will tell you.
Okie dokie. Fine.
Okay, and I can also provide you a bit of a bit more information on the actual area, because I got this in the game as well. I just need to actually make sure you can all see it.
You do not have any token with vision on this scene.
There are no tokens in this scene.
Yeah, we can't see anything. It's a
I
black
thought
screen.
I fixed that.
I can
thought
see
fixed
like
that.
I can see the
Wow.
labels,
It's all right.
but I can't see
Zipping
anything
around.
else. Whee!
It's like
There we go.
fireflies in the night.
Oh, there's a map. Roach, did you have fun making a map?
Yeah.
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 Just such a timid. Yeah.
I have. It's been a while.
How big is a grid square?
This is an Earth-sized planet, so grid squares. Oh God.
Is this the whole planet?
It's a lot. This is
This
the
is
whole
the whole
planet.
planet. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
the planet
pole
is
to
just like
pole.
one supercontinent.
That's
Except
maybe
for-
fucking Pangea.
And then like 3 different New Zealands.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's New Zealand 1, New Zealand 2, and New Zealand maybe.
Yeah, they did each of the Lord of the Ring films on a different island.
If this is
Yeah.
called the Dragonhead Peninsula, I'm going to be upset.
Wait.
Well-
Oh yeah.
There's
Look at
3
that.
New Zealands and a
No.
Greenland.
That's Pluto. Look, it's Pluto. The Mickey Mouse dog.
Oh yeah, but that
Oh,
would
yeah.
be Disney, and when so it's not.
Which we're not entirely not affiliated with. I was referencing animals from
Venus.
Steamboat
Oh, no,
Willie.
That's Venus, the other
Venus,
dog.
the other
Yeah.
dog from Mitzney.
Yeah.
No. It's one of the animals from Steamboat Willie, which is currently public domain, and I can assure you that the stream is
No,
neither sponsored by, nor endorsed, nor related to Disney Incorporated. We are using copyright public domain stuff right here.
We've probably said the D word too many times. I'm just gonna just huh? You fucked up now? Like just gonna...
Cool.
DCMA.
So,
Actually, if
Uh,
Mickey's a public,
So,
if Mickey's
how big
public
is the
domain,
grid square?
They've got to get somebody else to show up. It's gonna be, well, I'm gonna tell you what you did wrong there, partner.
You fucked up.
Exactly.
Oh, you can do it again.
or actually, no, just be fucking like.
it feels like we're having
Dice
delayed.
games. Dice games.
Yeah, it feels like we're having delayed zoomies that didn't exist last time. For
Yes,
some reason
it's-
it's channeled now.
It just says Stompy Mechs. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's written backwards, so you can't see it properly. But that's
No,
a
it says
Stompy
Stompy
Mech.
Mechs.
No,
We
I
can
think
assure
Stompy
you
Mechs.
at
correctly.
home. Yeah, we can assure you guys at home. It does say Stompy Max.
No, they can, yes, and they can read, unless they're on a podcast, and then they can
No, it doesn't say.
Hear
it.
us.
Ear
They can
read?
hear
Take
us.
our word for it.
They can
That's
hear
a,
us.
that's a
Yes.
good one.
Anyway,
It's about 750 kilometers.
Can we say 800 and then I can just go it's 500 miles by 500 miles?
Sure.
Thanks.
That
Does
makes
that
you happy.
mean we get to walk 500 miles?
So-
No, we
yeah.
get to walk more like
So,
1500
so they would
miles.
walk
Okay.
to there and then to there. Just the.
So
Just to be the lad who
yeah,
did it.
each square is a proclaimer.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good unit of measurement.
So for reference, I'm gonna take over here. So for
Assuming
So-
direct control.
yeah, so for reference,
Jesus Christ.
yes, about 800 kilometers per like grid square in terms of like its size, like its sides and stuff. The capital is where you are currently at. The blue circle is air cover. And the red area is the operational like
What
zone.
blues?
It's
What
Oh
blue?
wow! I see do more. Okay, is that the blue circle?
no, it should be no
There's
blue
no blue
circle's the
circle.
air cover, but it should be.
we don't have a
Visible-
blue
oh.
circle.
There.
Oh, there we
There
go.
we go.
There
There
it
we
is. That's
go.
better.
It makes them immediately okay, and then there's a red circle. You see the red one, right?
Yeah.
The red one's
Possible
Yes.
landing sites over
Okay.
here? Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Blue circle's air cover. Friendly air cover, obviously, blue circle. Dumore is that where that garrison is located, and the possible landing site is kind of the general range area where they think they ended up before they, kind of best guess.
Okay.
Assume there's a fully realized like infrastructure system on this planet and everything. I didn't want to get super deep into like mapping out
Roads and stuff like that. Yeah.
roads and stuff like
Well,
that. So
I believe you mentioned in the opera that Dumore was a mining town, or is a mining town still.
yes, it is a mining
So I assume there would have been some industrial, like train lines or whatever else would have been used to mass transport whatever Dumore was mining.
There's some terrestrial infrastructure connections. There is also a like a kind of it's called a transit port, but what it is it's a very flat section of ground that is kind of managed for like air and orbital use.
So yeah, the assignment that Reaper was given was that he is supposed to examine the possible landing sites areas, and from the size of that's probably what 200 kilometers by 200 odd kilometers of oval space he needs to check over.
It's a lot. It's probably
Yeah.
about the size of
So 200 by
half-
100 about. You're looking for big flat areas though.
Yeah,
Well, you're
suppose.
looking for I mean, it's an arid area.
yeah.
it's
So it
flat
could be
by
in,
general. But
it could also be
there's
in
so-
Mesa, or they could be an underground thing. So it could be very difficult to spot. So
The assumption is that there are underground facilities.
yeah,
The idea is though you give us areas to look for. So if you're going to be above ground, it's going to have to be hard, compact ground that we're going to use. If it's going to be
Yes.
underground, they're going to have to be able to tunnel into it. So it's not going to be like granite or something like that they've tunneled into.
all right. I'm just gonna. Yeah, that's a Reaper's primary activity is narrowing the search space for.
That's about the British Isles, actually, in terms of size, like
Jesus.
area.
Holy
Like
shit!
if you zoom out and you kind of think about that compared to an Earth-sized one. I mean, it's not as wide, but yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's a lot of space. So yeah, he's going to
You do have
essentially post
orbital
up.
assistance and stuff. For
That's
this,
true.
So.
But he's
Yeah.
going to post up with his new mech and essentially use his CompCon to assist, because it can do a lot more processing than he can in a very
Mhm.
short period of time. So he's going to basically go through what it'll basically do the image searching.
Do like a pattern search.
Yeah, it'll do the pattern searching, the pattern recognition thing of
It'll give you
this,
a
this,
whole
and
bunch
this,
of
and
random
this,
things.
and then a bunch of random
and-
things I need to confirm or deny. Narrow down the search a lot more, basically, than having me go through it all myself.
Okay. How long are you gonna be devoting to this?
We have 5 days until we go out, right? Or a week?
Yeah.
We said just over a week.
Just over a week.
So I'm going to spend, let's say, 6 hours a day, and then the rest of the day I'm going to be doing my off-duty stuff.
Okay. All right. I'll say that probably works out to. I'll allow you 3 rolls on that.
Cool.
Do you have anything that can be used other than grit? Because I will allow
Spot.
it. But... Let me read that.
Spot details, objects, or people that are hidden or difficult to make out.
Do you have investigate?
I don't have investigate. I have spot.
I'll make a judgment call and I'll allow it.
Cool. So you wanted 3 rolls? You want 3 rolls now, or do you want me to do 1 now and we'll do?
We'll do them now, but we'll say you'll get the results before you leave. But
Could I leverage the fact that I'm using my Mech's Compcom to assist as an accuracy?
I'm allowing you to make this roll for such an area because you have a CompCon.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah.
So first roll, that's a 20 total. So
Okay.
16 on the dice, 4+. That's a critical success on the first roll.
Mm-hmm.
Second roll is a 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third roll is a 7 as well.
Okay. Didn't help you a lot, but it did narrow the search radius a little bit. Which one of the reasons I made this map so barren was that I can kind of just
Add things as you need to.
I can do this.
Mikey, you're rolling privately. I don't know why.
Oh, am I? Yes, I am. Sorry. There
Yes,
we go.
you are.
Mikey privately rolled some dice.
Oh.
God.
Yeah. So yeah, you cut the search area down by about half. That is about
That's
half
not
the
bad.
size.
That's not bad. Instead of having to search the entirety of the UK and Ireland, we're just searching England now.
The horror.
The horror.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And then there's the off-duty
Love all
stuff.
you.
And then there's the off-duty stuff. So I want to use my skill trigger, Word on the Street, to get gossip, news, or hearsay from like everyone. So like obviously I'm gonna go to Mr. Thompson and ask him about what he's going up to because I know him. We've worked together. Gonna go to Echo and the individual members of his team and any other Lancer that I might have some rapport with. I'll go to them as well. Yeah.
Just getting a. Is there a specific thing you're wanting to know so we can narrow this down?
Does anyone have any suggestions?
Saying I want gossip from everyone.
Yeah, so
We're
does
gonna be
anyone
here a
have any
while.
suggestions here? Because specifically, I don't think I have any. But if anyone would like to suggest something, I'm more than willing to listen. Because if not, I'll just I'll think of something.
Any more like hearsay about just actually general hearsay about any like ace lancers from the enemy that are starting to crop up now that we're like over 2 weeks in the field.
Now that we're settled in.
Now that we're over a week in the field, it might have like whispers between them. Like obviously the previous people that we were fighting like had a bit of substance to them, but I'm wondering if there's been any sort of Red Baron stories that are like cropping up where someone.
Yeah, because so far we've met Diva in her Swallowtail, who we destroyed the Swallowtail of. We've met, was it Toon or Tool in his Drake? Is that right?
Coots
in the Drake, and then Blackjack in his Rally. And we haven't met the 4th member of that Lance.
No,
So there
but
could
that's the one
also-
speculated to be the Goblin.
Something like that.
Yeah, but
That's what you
that's
speculated
just
to be.
been in the
Yeah.
AO of the capital. Like,
Yes.
there's the thing of like the more we've engaged, more that our forces have engaged the enemy, the more like stories are going to spread. So
Yeah, so like, do any of these people have any stories from any other battle group who've landed on the planet who may have ran into anybody who gave them a ton of trouble, like Blackjack has, and Diva has, and Coots has? Because those are the only Lancers that our group have run into so far.
It's the only like named ones.
Yeah, the only named ones. We've destroyed other ones, but they're the ones who are actively like noteworthy, essentially.
Okay. Okay.
They almost killed Echo.
So-
Like, is the president
Yeah,
of this
took his arm
republic a
off.
lancer? Like,
Yeah.
like, and is he just gonna like, you know, full go from businessman attire, like rip the shirt sleeves and like
It's
pull
a
down,
it's
it
a
builds
Senator
around him, you know.
Armstrong thing where like he's there with
We are
the
not
cigar
doing
and the
Metal Gear
nanomachines.
Resurgence.
Yeah,
Is
he's
that
there
what
with the
that
is?
nanomachine's son. But instead of the nanomachines being in his bloodline, it's just like they appear around him and make a mech, which would be really cool.
Hmm. So okay, that's one. Anything else?
That's essentially all I think I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing the narrowing the search down as much as I can for the rest of the week, essentially, and I will report to I'll report to Demon about my progress, essentially, every day. At the end of
Another
my
gossip
shift.
you could look for is if you hear about if anyone's got any extra supplies of anything that we might be finding useful.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, freaking.
Supply dumps along the way to where we're going.
Not even that.
Yeah.
It's just like, Jeremy's
If,
hoarding water bottles, you know?
Yeah, or if like I don't know, Grim has got something going on, or any of the other Lancers, because I have some of the names written down here.
This infantry detachment got a load of sustenance cubes that weren't milk. Like, you know.
Yeah.
They've
Or
got
they
all
ended
the-
up with like a load of extra stuff
They
that they
got all
don't
of the
actually
chocolate
need.
cake or whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if-
actually, that's I've been doing extra work on the whole, I guess, ration economy that you
Oh,
now
no.
exist in. So,
oh no.
hey, anybody who's been in the military knows that
Ration economy is very much a thing.
There's a
No, I
ration
know, I know.
economy.
That's
It's just
why
like
I'm
being in prison. There's,
Yeah.
there's
Like we
certain
know
things that are worth more than others.
We know Reyes loves the instant coffee one because it has a caffeine content. Not because it tastes good, but because it actively gives her caffeine.
Yeah, I was thinking about that more in the week. That lived kind of idly in my brain. Do you know what it was? What kind of like reminded me of? You know the Simpsons tobacco episode?
I don't
That's
watch
the
The Simpsons.
image.
No.
Oh, it's like so. It's a tomato that crossbreeds with a tobacco plant. So it is an addictive tomato that's filled with brown tobacco gunk. Essentially, they hate it, but they keep eating it because it gives them the nicotine high.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate it.
We have we have
Tribal
smokers in this
favorite
group.
is
They know what
the
that's
favorite
like. Yeah.
thing.
We have smokers in this group. They know what that's like.
Okay, so there's a new chart that's been.
I can
that's
quit
been
whenever I
provided.
want.
100%.
100%. There's a new chart been added. That's just a guide on the relative values of the ration cubes to each other. Green is better than yellow. Yellow is better than red.
Tea, water, beef.
Yeah.
milk.
Also, I added more, so it's a larger list now.
I'm glad that the T without any other letters just got into it. That's
Yep.
canon now.
That is canon.
Can if there's a soup one, can soup have a question mark? Soup?
Soup?
Well, you could just take something that's like kind of like soup, and then take the water cube and then intermix them.
Exactly.
No, I
You
feel
could
like
take-
it's
Wait, wait,
unlike all the others.
Wait. Wait. I have a question, right? All of these, like, they mix the substance, right? They get the mix of the.
It's solid
equal-
enough, yeah.
it's of the
it's-
so they get a mix of like what it is to create a substance. What is water mixing with to suddenly make it a cube?
It is a clear, tasteless gelatin with the nutritional content of one meal. Like shaped as a cube.
But what? Why is it water?
Because it's water
Because
flavored?
it's flavorless.
Yeah.
But is
Yeah,
water
it's-
flavorless?
I mean,
Yeah.
Water can lack
Supposedly.
flavor if you've ever drank distilled water.
yeah.
Yes, I
true.
have. Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah. So think of it's basically it's that, but also think of the fact that it has probably about 600 calories associated with that. How? Who knows?
And
who knows?
there's a difference between tea and instant tea.
Yeah.
as there should be.
I mean, you're British, Midge. You should agree with that.
I know, but the instant tea is of higher value.
Yeah, because it doesn't taste as bad.
Because it's against T with quotation marks, and it's
And an
just the
exclamation
letter
point.
T. It's the letter T, not
Yeah.
T. As
Also,
spelled.
I would assume that the instant tea has a caffeine content as well, but the other tea does not, which is what gives it
Oh
more
no, they
value.
both. It depends. I kind of want to add like random chances of getting decaf cubes.
Oh
No,
no.
I was gonna say there's a reason that
Oh.
tea and instant tea are different. Tea is just tea. Instant tea also has caffeine in it.
Yeah, that would be my argument. It's like
Yeah,
the reason
That's
we'll go with
tea
that.
is
that
more
definitely
valuable.
also has
I
caffeine.
don't want to make it too cursed. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, I got tea. Damn it, it's decaf.
Roach, too late. It's already pretty
It's
cursed.
pretty fucking
Like I'm
cursed,
looking
mate.
at this list. A lot of it makes sense. I saw a veggie omelet on the low, and I'm just like, yeah, that checks out. That obviously checks out considering what we all know about the veggie omelet.
We
But I
will
also saw the
publish this
beef
at some point for Patreon.
beef enchilada got low, and I'm like, I feel like that would be really popular. What the fuck did they do wrong with the beef enchilada?
Well, it's
That's the
because
Well,
it's
I was
the
looking at the oatmeal with raisins and apples, and I was thinking that's usually my breakfast.
well, it's because it's texture combined. So the beef is like not beef.
And yet corned
It's
beef and
with
whole wheat
corn.
crackers isn't on low.
I don't know.
Well, corned beef is mushy anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you have something mushy with something that is very crunchy and dry. Like
There's one with jelly beans, and my internal image of that is it has the external shell of sugar that a normal jelly bean has.
Oh god.
But cute.
So it's a giant Turkish delight.
Yeah,
Oh,
essentially.
God. You know what? Yeah, that's enough of that. I'm moving
So
on.
those, so those are available if you get things you want to just open some rations or stuff like that, trade them if you ever get them, save stuff like that. That's the relative value chart. It's available for you to partake in or not to your heart's content in this
oh
campaign.
no, this is absolutely getting added to my reserves when I get something like the chili and macaroni. Like
Yeah.
Stuff that
Right.
in a pocket somewhere. Trade
Yeah,
that for
yeah.
like a trade that for a part.
I can trade one chili and macaroni for like 3 chicken marsala.
Yeah, essentially. So yeah, that's a thing.
yeah,
if
so
you want,
the-
yeah.
The social thing was search for anyone who ask about any enemy pilots who are of note skill wise, and then ask about
Right.
anything that's come up that may be like extra resources that have been noted around base or anything like that. And I will continue doing my check with my
Mhm.
CompCon and giving Demon updates on that.
Okay, well, we already know how that worked out. So, let's do, I guess, word on the street
Cool.
roll for the mech pilots.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. Nothing major has popped up at you. Nobody that's like named or of particular note in the city, other than who you already know. A little bit more information on the other one that you have not encountered before. They seem to be like how to put this. The described mech is too large for a goblin. It's a size 1 mech, but its shape is kind of obfuscated, or at least kind of broken up by the fact that it's wearing a large kind of like cloak.
Okay. I might have an idea on that then. However, I will immediately like ping Demon. Just like with like a boop boop, like, are you ready? Can you talk? Beep beep, kind of thing. Assuming he's not occupied with something right now, because you know.
No, I just sit around waiting for people to call me at all hours of the day and night. I never sleep.
I mean, you are an XO.
Art imitating life, looks like.
Yeah.
Actually, my knees are killing me right now because I'm so tired. In real life.
In real life.
Yeah, what's up?
So I've done a bit of interpersonal recon, and I've discovered that there's been no more major enemy encounters, no pilots of any real note. But one thing that I have heard for sure is I'm missing Lancer from the enemy detachment. They're not piloting a goblin. The mech's too big. From what I've heard, I think it might be a metal mark.
Well, that's interesting.
They say it's obfuscated and it's covered in a giant cloak, and I think it might be something that's quite stealthy.
Well, that would be the reason we haven't seen it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any ideas on narrowing down the search area?
I've narrowed it down by about half at the moment.
Good work.
I've been using my my CompCon unit to assist in pattern recognition. Very common strategy. Past that, I've been trying my best to narrow down from there, but it's getting more and more difficult. I think from here I might need to sit down and actively take more time to just search through images.
Go ask Juliet for any kind of geological maps they've got of the area. Use rock composition, that could help you find anything what you're looking for.
Will do. Do that right now. That's all.
All right. Keep at it. Good work.
Thank you, boss. And he will go and talk to Juliet about the rock composition thing to see if that will help.
Okay. Just I'll make a roll here. I don't necessarily think Juliet would be too much help when it comes to that, but she might get lucky.
Can't happen.
Not this time though. That's a 3. So
Damn it.
she
no,
tries
we're
helping
natural
you, but
20s.
it's not her specialty.
That's fair.
So yeah.
Would you happen to know if I'm talking to Juliet now?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard from anyone about any particular any more sightings of these fast flyers, or have they just been gone since they attacked the base?
Part of the reason you're being sent on this mission is because they haven't been spotted. Because if they've been spotted again, they could backtrack to where they're most likely narrow things down. But all we really have, from what I've known, and this is coming from some hearsay water cooler talk, kind of around the handler intel kind of groups, is they were tracked for quite a while after the attack, but because of the way the orbits work in the current kind of positions, there was a dead period where they couldn't be seen. They were over the horizon, other side of the planet actually, but and by the time they got back into sight, they were gone.
Right, yeah.
But we know the relative fuel loads that they should have a bit of the access to use and where they came from, more or less. So that's kind of where they gotta be.
Cool. I've managed to shorten down the search grid by about half, just using pattern recognition and what I think they could be. I just wanted to ask about the whole rock formation, because obviously they're not going to be able to drill into granite relatively easily, but if it's something a little bit softer, or if there's a nice open flat bit of terrain, but you'd spot that on, satellite imaging pretty easily.
Yeah. So there's a lot of there's just a lot that's kind of making it difficult at this time. So that's why they want boots on the ground, or I guess metallic feet on the ground.
Feet, right?
Yeah, to check through everything. So
that's fair. Well, I'll get back to my researching, because I still have a few images I can cross-reference and double-check. I'll get back to you if anything comes up, and I'll do the same with DMN. So thanks for the assistance.
Okay.
I'll go back to wherever my mech is, and it's hanging from a ceiling somewhere, like in a hangar, projecting the terrain down onto like a flat bit of table or whatever he's found, and he's just using that to like scroll through and compare images through on like his AR internal or external head like helmet or whatever. So that's what he's doing essentially while he's cross-referencing images.
Okay. So yep, that goes through. We've already kind of done what.
Yeah. So that's what he's doing
that.
when he's not walking around chatting to people. He's doing that.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they would like to do during the downtime of the week? Oh, by the way, the The folders are now available for you. I'm pretty sure they should be viewable to you, Red. Almost sure. Possibly.
Maybe.
The
Hold on
area
one
that
second.
we're heading.
This is not a. This is not a.
So the only thing I'm going to do, guys, is in addition, is I'm going to go see if we can get, because the area we're going to is quite desert, right? Do I remember?
It's quite arid,
correctly?
yeah.
So I was going to see if we could get this extra water.
Okay, sorry about that.
See, I was literally about to say that that's the sort of stuff I was going to be doing as XO,
There's
is just
2 supply
organising
trucks
supplies.
coming with us.
Yes, but I'm specifically going to go for like, I'm going to go talk to the medical center to see if they've got anything for like rapid rehydration, as in like medical rehydration.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
like space IVs.
Well, not even, yeah.
Well, you mean
essentially.
like Gatorade, future Gatorade, basically, with electrolytes
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
electrolyte drink.
Electrolyte drinks, stuff like that.
See if
Not
they've got
electrolyte.
sachets of Gatorade
You know,
concentrate.
see if they've got any of those taurine nanites. Yeah.
You wouldn't want
Just
taurine in your system
Get
when you're
somebody.
dehydrated.
There's a medic just looking at you, going, "What the fuck are you talking about? That sounds horrible."
You just
That
go,
could
well, you see,
taste
back
good,
on my
it's there
planet.
for electrolytes, not freaking
Okay.
taste.
So yeah, I had my headphones off for a second when you started whatever you were talking about. So what is so what's Padre doing?
I was filling the dead air, don't worry. I just said
cool,
I'm
cool.
going to go check out, going to talk to the medical guy, because now I've got a rapport with them, the head surgeon, see if they've got any, like we were saying, like sachets that we can put into water for like electrolyte stuff for rehydrate, like rapid rehydration, like, 'cause we're going quite an arid area. Like, I'm just looking for like more like, yes, this person has been like, if we end up without supplies, without the thing, we end up trekking through the probably almost desert for like, a week, and we have to start rationing water. We want to make that water more effective than being water.
Yeah, and for reference, that big lake that Dumora is next to is a salt lake.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
So okay, yeah, you go and ask. Past just a general like water, like carrying that's going to be happening in the bulk containers. There is an emergency system that should be in like the survival kits in the transports, which has like it's essentially a moisture condenser. So it takes in the air, condenses it into water, and it's enough for like in a standard Earth like cradle like type atmosphere. It'll allow one person live comfortably for a day off of. Like it's it's like a cup or something like that it can do. And they'll have a couple of emergency kits inside of the vehicles. So it's I guess you'd have to take inventory to figure out who's like if you've got enough. But those would be kind of it past what you would normally expect, just like a couple of banana bags that are inside of every kind of medical kit. For anybody who's not up to date on that, that's just an IV with that's used for hydration. So like a saline solution. So I mean they've got that, but that's
There is also a piece of gear you can take called a flex suit, which essentially will feed you your own water, like on cycle. So you can live up to like, I think it's 2 weeks on that.
Yeah.
It's not great. It doesn't like stop you from getting hungry, because if you're using it to like live and sustain yourself, you still get hunger pains and stuff like that. But you won't die.
You die of dehydration before you die of starvation.
Yeah, you still live 2
Yeah.
weeks on it. is the
Good.
thing, so.
Yeah.
That's
So those are available, and remember you can refresh your gear every time you go on a mission. So if you
So
want
that's
to
what
take
I
flex
was
suit, you can.
suggesting. You could take a flex suit if you're really, really worried about that personally. And just be like, I can live in this suit for 2 weeks with no food or water if need be.
what's its armor value?
It's a piece of gear, so it doesn't count on your armor value.
It goes underneath your normal suit.
Yeah, no, I'm not. cutting
Demon
down-
gives everyone an order to grab a flex suit.
I'm not cutting down on your medical supplies.
Oh, you will
Yeah.
wear it.
Yeah, so you wear it, so it goes underneath what you're wearing.
So
but you
it
also
would-
can take out a different piece
so
of gear.
It's one of your slots, though.
Yeah,
so it's
so
one
it's
of your
what I'm
3 slots.
saying. Yeah, I would run out on the things to bring you back to life.
Yeah, when we don't get shot. put on a flex suit.
I mean, it's hard
If
to
you
like.
die from dehydration,
It
you
doesn't
can't
matter.
heal us.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at that point. Because
I
like
just
I
wanna
could
tell
swap
you,
out the, I could swap out
Could
the smart
we,
suit or
like-
the extra rations for it, but I'm like, I like the smart scope because it helps me do my job, and the extra rations are nice to be able to like bribe people or persuade things that if I need to do it, I can use it.
So, like, we could bring them in addition and still have our regular suits and have them there for an emergency situation if we need to bug out.
Yeah, we could. We could put them, stick them in the
That's
That would be more.
vehicles.
You'd have to.
that would be something we'd have to try and negotiate because that's not how the inventory system works.
Yeah.
Allow me to try. I have bonuses
Yeah,
to
because
this.
it's pilot gear, isn't it? And
Yeah, it's pilot
we've
gear.
only got. So I've got my drone. I want to keep the drone. I've got the patch. I want to keep the patch, and I want to keep data plating.
I have patch corrective. Like,
I have a
Yeah.
patch, a smart scope, and an extra ration. So technically, I don't need. Technically, I don't need more food because I have extra rations, but I use the extra rations as like a way to like bribe people. Essentially, I'm like, I will give you a chocolate bar if you tell me something that's useful.
Yeah, it's like good food. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the extra actions is in supplement.
It's like
to your
luxuries,
normal
like
rations.
chocolate, coffee, alcohol, or preserved goods. Is kind of the thing. So I'm like, I don't really want to get rid of them because it feels like I'm throwing away all the stuff that I could use. The smart scope is probably the only thing I'd be willing to give up, and that's because we're no longer sitting in a city anymore. But at the same time, the smart scope is quite useful, as we've learned from.
I just dropped my thermite charges.
That's fair.
Okay, that can be done. Just essentially let me know. Don't import your sheet again. Let me know what you've changed on your gear, like through a PM or put it in the chat, in the crew chat. I will manually update your character sheet in game with the stuff so that it matches and you've got those available. So it won't be that big of a deal. And that doesn't, you just need to kind of know that before you like get into anything that don't really need it, but just keep that in mind. Fathead, you wanted to check about trying to like finagle some extra supplies or some extra gear for this mission?
Just making sure we've got enough stuff for going into the fucking desert, even if I have to finagle it from other units.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did say get wherever you want. If you ran into any problems, call me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that totally works. Everything. Getting flashbacks to Only War, that's how the whole requisition system works in that game. And
I
love
mean, I'm gonna say it, and it works. It's how it works in militaries as well. If they're going into like a combat situation, they will literally beg, borrow, and steal from other units.
Yep, that is very
Americans
true.
were fantastic for that. I'm sorry, but you guys you turn up somewhere, you will just leave your stuff there rather than ship it home, and it's fantastic for us. British units based with US units, it's honestly it's like vultures.
it's like that scene. Is it in the Pacific where they steal the Marine Corps steal the
Peaches
US armies?
for the army.
Yeah, they steal and all the M1 Grands as well. They're like, why do they get these and we're stuck with the bolt actions?
Yeah, that's the thing.
All I can imagine now in my head is just a bunch of guys from Newcastle, like stripping out a Humvee and then lifting it up and then running away with it.
Oh, not far from.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah, we don't need to like we need to bring up
Stop.
anything.
Cut this out. Cut this out.
Just watching some MPs kick down a door.
No, they can't touch me now.
That's the statute of limitations, so that is.
Yeah, it's called not being in the service.
Wait, there you go. Okay.
The things we say.
Yeah, this is very true. Okay, yeah, so essentially you can spend time during downtime. Sorry, it's been a while since I've reread the downtime section. Again, you can prepare reserves during downtime. and those can be a lot of different things. I'm just double checking if there's a mechanic associated with that. I know somebody's listening right now who's ran this system a lot, who could probably just tell me. That also is a very good artist.
Would they though? Would they? Or would they just like to watch you?
Nah, let's leave you to
Squirm.
flounder and suffer. Yeah.
Honestly, you're not too far off from potential there. What could happen? I don't think there's anything there. So okay, yeah, but basically, I'm gonna cool. I'm gonna let you declare what you want from. Let's say, do you want for this? We're just gonna, because I don't want to reread this whole section. We're just gonna make this like my own personal system that's not gonna be balanced, but it's gonna get done between, let's say, 3 charts: resources, equipment for mechs, resources, mech equipment and gear, and tactical advantages. What do you want? And then we'll see if you can get one thing from there.
Can we get a half decent printer?
It's part of a thing. We're gonna see. But
I mean, I've got
I'll allow you to do one thing per person devoting time to this. We've already seen that Padre and Reaper have devoted their time to other things, for other things this time around. So what does Fathead want to do? Do you want to do that or something like narrative?
I haven't really got anything narrative I can really sort of get up to in terms of skill sets or anything that's been dangled in front of us that I have particular skills towards. So yeah, I think just really Drax is just going to do his best to try and finagle extra supplies.
Okay. I just got messaged by that person, but I've already made the decision that I'm just going to make up my own thing. So
Okay, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live. So yeah, I don't know the system how downtimes interact with reserves. But we're just doing this. So what did you want to try and get? Resources, mech equipment and gear, or tactical advantages for the mission?
You know what? I think other people have gone resources, haven't they? I'll go tactical advantage.
Okay. All right. How do you want to try and kind of help with that? Are you trying to like do a lot of extra pre-prep work for the mission, or are you trying to enlist the aid of others in other teams to kind of give you help? Trying to
I think
read some reports that you're not supposed to know.
Let's lean into my leadership ability there, like trying to enlist other members of other teams, or using what limited authority my rank gives me in certain ways. Trying motivate people in that sense to assist.
Okay.
Scratch my back today and I'll scratch yours tomorrow type deal.
Okay. Give me a grit check.
Can I leverage my lead or inspire talent to some motivating people?
Motivating people. Hold on, I'm just giving. I'm getting a premonition about how the system works. Sorry. Just reading. Filling dead space. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll let you roll. I'll let you roll a grit with an accuracy for your background.
Okay. How do I do accuracy with a grit?
You click. You go onto your character sheet.
Yep.
And when you're on your character sheet, that'd be best if I had a character sheet available to me.
You go to narrative.
narrative.
Yeah, I know where the grip button is. It's just trying to find how to make sure I have the.
You click the you click the dice, and then it pops up, and then there's an accuracy option in the
there we go.
little die roller pop up. Yep.
So you're not letting me leverage my +4.
I'm letting you get a D6 on this, that's what an accuracy is.
Oh, okay.
So it could be more. Could be
It
less.
could be.
Oh, that's a good roll, though.
Yeah, that's not a bad roll at all.
Yeah,
I'll
24
take a
total.
24.
Okay. That works. Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of, over the course of a week that you have pre-prep here, you get some time to talk with individuals that'll be dealing with your like intel, like from orbit. Like you basically you're conferring, doing like double checking on stuff and building a rapport with like the I guess individuals in the CIC of the Piece of Eight or the Cat's Eye, kind of up there. And through that, because you rolled very well, you get access to, what did I have listed here? You get access to a one-time use you get access to a one-time use of an orbital bombardment during a combat. And what that is that's a to list that somewhere so you don't forget it, but it's once during a mech combat. You get to do it, full action, range 30. You don't need to write the stats. I'll have that, but range 30 within line of sight, blast 2, 3d6 explosive damage.
All right, I've noted it on my sheet in notes.
Okay.
Fandabidozy.
Yes, fantastic. So anybody else want to do something with this for their downtime? So Spanner, you've already done your deep dive, so we just have Ursa and Demon. Resources, mech equipment and gear, tactical advantages.
Well, I'll tell you what Ursa is spending his downtime doing. It has come to his attention that despite changing fields, that his breaching techniques have become surprisingly effective in the current period. Not least of all, when they were escorting the captured pilots from the police station, and they realized that, wait a second, one of these guys is not supposed to be here. And he managed to disarm him without that causing a problem. So Oleg is spending some time. He's going to basically speak with the ground corps, and he's going to, the people who actually don't fight in mechs, the people that fight on the ground. And he's going to spend this week basically just practicing like close quarters combat. Getting some practical like arm-to-arm training in.
Okay. Guess that would be. I guess that'd be a get focused downtime activity like you did last time with the language.
Yeah, last time he learned a language. This time he's using a lot less of his brain and a lot more of his muscle.
Okay. Okay, how do you want to leverage that? I mean, you're going to roll it and we're going to see what happens, but what do you want to like, are you trying to increase it? Because you get a +2.
Yeah.
You get to, you could do that. So do you want to add to an already existing trigger, or do you want to make
I was going to apply this to his apply fists to faces. Considering that is practically what he's training in.
It's true. I just need to double check this to make sure I'm not creating a monster.
Too
Sure.
late.
Too late. I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll it. We'll see if anything comes of it. You can apply. I've been told, and this does feel kind of a little crappy given the fact that Utari wasn't able to use this, but you can use actual other triggers, backgrounds, that kind of stuff if you would like to add to the roll.
So this would be I would roll apply fists to faces to get better at apply fists to faces. Is what I'm hearing here.
I'll allow it. Probably not how it's supposed to work, but I'll allow it.
Okay.
I am a
I don't have any
merciful GM.
bonuses, so 19.
19. Okay. Yeah, I'll allow you to have that. You can increase your apply fist to faces by 2. You get a +2 to that. Trying to think here. 19. Yeah, you get a +2 to that, but when I say because you spent all the time doing that for the week instead of doing like personal pre-prep for like a long distance journey and stuff like that, if there's ever a role that implies with like dealing with exposure in the environment or something like that, you get an inaccuracy for this mission.
Okay.
Well, because it's a thing, you get like something at a cost if you don't get above a 20 on the roll. If you get above a 20, then you get it just without any issue.
Last I checked, when you're Get Focused doesn't have a roll.
That probably doesn't then. Never mind. You just get it.
It's like I defer to your decision on the process, but that was the one that does not have a roll to it. Was my last memory. So that has been a while.
You're
since
right. I
this.
got mixed up here. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't double check the rules for a game, and you're also learning 3 other games at the same time.
Fair.
Yeah, but I can tell you, I know approximately the rules for Ironclaw and Star Trek Adventures.
An approximate knowledge of all things.
Yes, that definitely does work. Yeah, so you get a +2, so now you have apply fist to faces +4. And Demon.
All right,
try
so
and get
Demon
something, or-
wants to first talk to Captain What's His Face.
Okay.
Because we haven't dealt with them before. We've got no idea of any kind of experience. So I want to know basically what kind of experience they have with ground operations.
Mhm.
Are they going to actually be helpful, or are they going to be one of those useful idiots we just have to ignore while we actually do the job?
Okay. Yeah, you can try and get access to talking with the captain of a carrier, Captain Trindle. You have anything to roll? Anything other than just a basic grit to try and get that to work? Try and gain an audience with somebody. That's very important.
Okay, I've got leader inspire, read situation, spot, stay cool.
Nope, just a basic grit check then.
I had a question about grit check because my grit's still at 1.
Yeah.
Did you make sure you
It
imported
doesn't
the correct
level up
carrot?
1 per 1 per 1. It's tilted, so we get 2 grit at license level 3, and then
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you.
3
Okay.
grit at license level 5, I think.
Yeah, it's not 1-to-1. Yeah.
No, I got a 3.
Yeah, he's very busy. You do get to talk with like some of like the bridge officers on duty at certain times. That about basic things. But from what you understand, just like the opera says, you do have ground command authority.
Great.
But, yeah, you don't necessarily. Yeah, anything past that, anything above that kind of level of the actual team and stuff like, and anything past like the actual like grand operation support, that kind of stuff, has to kind of route through a chain above you.
A chain that I've not been able to talk to. Excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
in which case I'll just go for a tactical advantage.
Tactical advantage. Nobody's getting extra resources. Cool. Because you only get. We're doing this
That's
once.
what I did, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Midge specifically said that he was getting the resources in the
He
medical
did.
stuff.
You never
No.
pushed for that. You said you were checking to see about water stuff for
Okay,
medics.
to clarify, this was
things.
before you announced
Yeah,
this system
we'll go
we're
back
using.
to that and let you do that. So yeah, we got that. We'll
We
let
kind
you
of went with
roll
this
back.
on the fly.
Yeah, we did. Okay, tactical advantage. Go ahead and roll. You can apply any triggers that you've got that would apply to this, which I would say, depending on how you want to go about it, read a situation or lead inspire could work.
They're both the same, so both get +4.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Lead and inspire.
Okay, lead and inspire.
8.
8. Okay.
Got some really bad rolls.
Yeah, unfortunately, you weren't able to like scrounge anything too much off there. There's a lot of other activity going on. You're being sent on this mission, but the other missions within the battalion and the general like AMS kind of military on the ground is still doing things. So the tactical and strategic resources are a little stretched right now, especially with all the stuff going on around the base getting attacked. So no, you weren't able to pick up anything.
Okay.
And nothing past just general, stuff you already, you can't use it like as a tactical advantage, just general, like talking, that kind of thing.
Cool.
Pivoting back, Midge, go ahead and roll. I will allow you to, again, triggers, background, anything that would apply to this kind of stuff.
Let's.
Investigation could work. Investigate.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Trying
throw
to scrounge
investigate.
up stuff.
Just trying to find out. Yeah, like I tried my first lead and tried to get like specifically hydration stuff, but now I'm just gonna grab. Okay, if they don't have specifics, I'm just gonna grab containers of water, extra food. Containers
Whatever you
of
can get your hands
water!
on.
Exclamation mark.
Yeah, whatever you can get your hands on. Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm gonna use my accuracy from the retelling.
Yeah, there you go. It's a perfect way of using it.
Glad I did, because that gives me a 19.
19. Nice. Okay. Cool. We're looking for resources.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. With the amount of kind of work you put into it during the downtime period, you're able to scrounge supplies. And essentially you're able to scrounge a couple of spare flex suits.
Okay.
By a couple, I'm going to say, let me get my mini dice out. A tiny dice.
A tiny dice.
You're able to get 2 spare flex suits.
Okay.
Can be used however you want to use. No, they are tiny. Like they barely even fit in, like they're so tiny.
Oh,
in
they're
my hand.
pretty.
Yeah. And it's funny because they're very opposite of the huge dice that I also keep on my desk. So there's both ends of the spectrum. There's the D6 that can kill someone, and then the tiny dice that could choke someone.
Death by so many ways.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, everybody has done a downtime activity. They've had a week to do that. Spanner, you spent the time going through those files. And so, but that is what you got from that roll. That's what you were able to get. Essentially, you've now delved down to a deeper kind of level.
So next downtime, or if I get spare time whilst we're on the road, I can then go further and actually get some detail out of those files.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've already put what we want in the chat.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll read that to have heads up. Cool. Okay. Okay, so you've done that, and yeah, that's kind of, so we're at kind of the end of the downtime period, and it's now been a week. Everything's kind of been gathered. Demon, you've had your talk with the crew of the 2 bulk transports, and these are bulk transports. These are I've got the actual image for them, so I don't want to just say it without thinking. They're 9 axles across. They're like each section in the back, it's got an articulated center section. Each of the 2 sections have 2 like axles on them with wheels, and then the front cab has also got its own axle on it. So it's a bulk transport. They're big. It's a bulk transport, but they are they're slow, they're cumbersome, but they do have off-road tires, so they have limited traversal off the road, which may become necessary as you go. Yeah, all of your mechs have been fixed up from minor damages or from like new requisitions you've had over the course of the time from your last mission, and you're all ready to go to head out.
I said we were leaving out at night, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Right. In which case, the morning before I call everyone together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're leaving tonight. Move out sundown. So I want everyone fed, watered, and get your head down for the rest of the day. We're going to have to stick to the main roads. These things are too slow off-road. If we have to go off-road, we will, but in order to make good time, we're going to have to stick to the main roads. So, Reaper, you're going to have to go out ahead.
Understood.
Padre, Spanner, you stick with the transports. Fathead, you first slack man behind Reaper. That means me and Ursa, we're the buffer between whatever comes in. We move to whichever way the enemy attacks, okay? All right, that's the basic premise. That's what we're going to have to do until we get closer. It's a long way. It's over 600 miles across country. So let's stay alert, stay with it. We're the only team that's actually done well against the enemy so far, so let's keep up the record, all right?
Demon, just to let you know, I've got upgraded sensors now, so I can keep a track sort of around the immediate area if anything comes from behind, because Reaper's going to be out in front.
Absolutely. That's good. All right. Questions? Comments? All right. Go get yourself something to eat. Get yourself some sleep. Want everyone on the line. 1700. Okay?
Meal cubes! And Oleg takes off.
Juliet, Demon, copy.
I guess this is during the rollout, not just during the day. Yeah. Go ahead, Demon.
Just to let you know, we're moving out as soon as it's dark, okay?
Right now. That's me. That's a me thing.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Speak to you in 8 hours.
Okay. Okay. How far are we from break? Just so
We are
0 minutes.
Right.
Cool.
there.
Hey, timed that fucking perfectly.
Yeah.
It's almost like I was filling in the last couple of minutes just so we could get to 9 o'clock.
Yep. So there we have it. That we will. Please enjoy this 10-minute interlude. When I can find it in the list, there it is. Hey, come here a minute. Do you need royalty-free music for your TTRPG content? Whether that be a YouTube video, stream, TikTok, Instagram post? Don't worry, we've got you covered. My name's Alex. I've been a content creator for almost a decade now, and I've teamed up with my good friend Harry to produce 10 royalty-free songs for you to use in your content completely for free. We've tried to make a whole range of motifs with this album, covering happy music to sad music, to mystery music to combat music. And if this takes off, you know what? We might even make some more. So give the Elendor Chronicles soundtrack Volume 1 a shot. It's free to stream everywhere, and if you want the high quality downloads, you can come over to our Patreon and download them, or you can contact me directly at tabletop@themidgemansworld.co.uk as a creator, and I'll just give it to you for free. That's it, there's no catch, and just to prove it, we've also given you guys a user license agreement to prove that you have the complete perpetual rights to use this content. So enjoy, and good luck on your next adventure. Oh, good day. I'm Martin Sanderson, and I'm the CEO of Avari Military Solutions. We here at Avari know that it doesn't take much to cause problems out on the frontier, whether that be from local pirate raids, neighboring interstellar powers, or even just an unhappy populace with unreasonable demands. Just what is a small to mid-sized regional power to do when faced with these problems? You look to Avari for your solutions. With open-ended contracts, well-trained personnel, state-of-the-art aerospace forces, and competitive rates, we stand ready to help find the right solution to your problem. So if you have a problem, why not call Avari for your solution? Our operators are waiting to take your call, and consultations are free of charge.
Avari Military Solutions, a solution for your problem.
Avari Military Solutions is not licensed to operate within the Kark and Dre Baronies, the Andes Corps, or any Class A combat zones. AMS is a subsidiary of Omni Radiance Holdings, a family company.
When is a story more than a story? When a tale is more than words on paper? When is an ad more than the script it's written on? In the darkest and deepest annals of our own history, worlds of wonder and splendor burst through like a blister made of hope on the brain that's wrestled and riddled with madness. A radiant pustule. Writing, art, that's storytelling. That is the true lust of life. You too can dutifully indulge in art. Like fans of the greats. Shakespeare, King, Tolkien, Seuss, Mercer. You too can indulge through Twitch Prime. Get an extended access to a wealth of knowledge with a simple click, an emotion so small that it could endlessly amount possibilities. Embrace those feelings. Support art. Support the component cast.
Hey, I'm here a minute. Do you
Apparently
need
repeating myself.
royalty-free
Hello,
music
don't-
for your
transition,
TTRPG
scene,
content?
Scene. We're professionals. We're back.
I don't know how many times we have to say we're not professionals. We are not
It's
professionals
just-
on a closed course.
Midge is part. Midge is somewhat professional. Yeah, he is.
OBS
Being
didn't
paid to do
listen
this
me. Okay. I'm not paid to do. Yeah, I'm not paid to do this. I'm paid to do it for other things.
Yes.
All right, are we actually back?
Yes. Yeah, we are.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
I wasn't joking.
All right. So yeah, you all get together the wee hours of the night and begin moving out of the fob, and quickly, as you kind of do turn off from going towards the city, instead you get onto the highway that kind of runs westerly of the continent and begin moving west along it. Okay, here's the thing. The bulk transports can kind of stick to, they kind of like cross, it's a 4-lane. They kind of take up 2 lanes by themselves. Are we going military, like you're in the center of the road and then you're bracketing it for cover and then going, or is this more of like you're trying not to be an impediment to the infrastructure? Like how
We don't care about the infrastructure.
Cool.
Well,
So yeah, you
specifically
take
in the
up
opera. It says we should care about the infrastructure. We said we should.
No, we should care
roads.
about civilians.
I think infrastructure is mentioned in there. Let me check. I could be wrong. Continue.
It's possible. But yeah, we'll say judging from that, you take up the exact center of the roadway as you move. Periodically have to confront and stop and make them like get off onto the side of the road like civilians that are driving. So they get out of the fucking way and then move past them cautiously, which does slow you down a bit. And Reaper, you're kind of a bit of ahead, giving everybody information what's coming, so they are prepared for those drivers, etc. And periodically, as time goes on, you are given updates from your direct comlink to your orbital assets that are keeping an eye on the mission, which is, if you didn't realize it, that's a carrier, a whole task force, and then the surveillance ship of the battle group is assigned to this mission as like as support. So it's, you got a lot up there. And yeah, they give you updates about potential enemy activity. Most of it's of dubious like quality, or dubious in the sense that from orbit, kind of any large group of individuals who could be enemy activity of a sort. So you're kind of just being given like updates and like there's a lot of traffic up ahead kind of stuff. But it is helpful. You're able to get off of the main road at some points and kind of take a back road and be guided through it. And also, like, first day, it's pretty smooth sailing, honestly. Question is, what do you do towards the night? Are you going 24 hours, like, and no sleep during this? But that's gonna, sooner or later,
No.
we gotta sleep because it's too far for a one.
All of us are going to take the Turi nanite.
and die.
And die.
So what do you want to do for like camping out for kind of bedding down for the night? What's the
It'll be a 3
Tanner
god.
has a
What?
thing before you go? Yeah.
We might be able to put the comp cons on scanners and then alert us if anything comes over.
What we're going to do is we're going to break up into pairs, all go to sleep for 4 hours, while the next two look, or keep watch.
Okay.
And then they wait up next to and go to sleep. They're basically 8 hours of sleep, and then the last group gets the last 4 hours, or 2 hours, or 3 hours, whatever it is. How we're
Basic
gonna
watch
break it.
rotation.
Yeah, so we've got 3 teams. That way, everyone gets a good night's sleep, but just one team, which would probably be my team because I would be commanding officer and therefore be willing to do that to myself. We'll take the middle one, so that my sleep is broken up a little bit, but everyone
We also
still
have
gets a
4
good
other
night.
people that can provide to this because there's the 2 per bulk transport that are available, so they can also help. They're not pilots, but yeah,
There you go.
They keep an eye open.
yeah. Okay. And where are you, like, generally, are you looking for a place like off the road that's got like good sight lines, or are you looking for some place that's got cover where you can kind of like conceal things? Like, what's your?
It's
your
basically whatever is available at the time, but it's like an hour before we start looking for somewhere.
Reaper
Okay.
can do that.
If it's got like good sight lines, but there's no any other places that have got good cover or anything like that, fine, we'll take that. If it's cover based so that we can't be seen from the road or anything like that, which kind of limits the passages people can get to, fine, we'll take that. But it's more a case of what we find as we're going along, but basically tell Reaper to look about an hour before.
Mm-hmm. Okay. First night, you find what looks to have been like an abandoned warehouse. It's kind of been just left to rot, essentially. So some of the walls aren't there anymore, but the roof's still mostly there. So it's like 50% skeletal, but it does have a section that does have a roof for the most part. And it's a little ways off the road, but it's easy enough for the bulk transports to get off and go over there. It's not like, horrible terrain. And you do get a sense from just looking at this, they can't go off road. Where like their ground clearance is, they have very good ground clearance. The tires are very beefy, got a lot of grip, and the engines are meant to haul a lot, so they've got a lot of torque, but they're just slow. When it comes to that, they have to kind of be careful to not, high center of gravity, so they have to be careful about certain things. But they pull in. You all kind of go in and you set up for your rotation. And nothing really happens during the night.
Uh-oh, Roach rolled.
Did I? Was it a real roll, or am I just doing that for dramatic effect? You'll never know.
I don't care. I'm
We'll
just
find
going to
out
assume you're
eventually.
rolling.
We'll find out eventually whether or not it was for dramatic effect or it was actually a reroll. We'll find out at some point.
Why
Yeah.
not both?
Why
Yeah, it's-
not both?
it's
That's
both.
true.
Yeah, that's
That is
true.
very true. It's also
Yeah,
very
but
hard for me
By the
to.
DM.
Yeah, it's also, you have to realize the fact that, like, maybe the fact that you can hear my rolls because I have a die that is like a half pound plastic, but I do have hundreds of regular D20s, so I'm doing this on purpose.
You could just roll the metal dice because that's
uh,
fucking chunky.
Yeah, except I'm on tempered glass for my for my
Oh yeah,
chair.
your
so-
table, your chair. Yeah.
Chip that, it just disintegrates.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing really happens during the night, and you all wake up pre-dawn. Military, I'm assuming you're planning to like wake up before the actual sun gets up, so you have time to like morning meal, check mechanics, everything, and then be ready to go like first hour of light, like just immediately. Like basically you're on the road and moving right as twilight ends for the morning kind of time span.
Anna would actually take last watch so she could spend to get people's mechs ready.
Your job is not to get the mechs ready. Your job is to watch for the enemy. If you want to sit in your mech and use your sensors, fine, but you leave other people's mechs alone.
All right, I won't do that. I'll take first watch.
Yeah, in the first morning, you've got like not a fire, you have a gas heater, like little like stove thing that kind of oh yes, Reaper.
So whoever I'm with on watch with, they do see Reaper whenever he is assuming either being woken up or going to sleep. He does take the chain out from underneath his suit, kiss the medallion, and put it back into the suit, both when he is waking up and when he's going to bed.
Okay.
Whoever that is sees it.
Yeah, none of the bulk transport crew comment on it. But the in the morning, the little glass or not gas stove. Fuck my I need
gas
more.
stove.
I need glass stove. I need more tea. Has that's on, and you're cooking basic rations. Better than like an MRE, much better than a cube, but still like a ration pack. But it's hot. It's hot. It's cooked. That's a lot of psychological.
It's very much like that pizza place. It's hot and it's ready.
Yeah, hot and ready. That's Little Caesars, which does exist around me. I've never eaten it.
Probably for the best, given the things I've heard.
It is the definition of it's pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza. It's hot and it is ready. That's all you get.
It's one step up from cafeteria pizza, is what I've heard.
It is one step up from cafeteria pizza. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Well,
which could be a good or bad thing depending on your memories of cafeteria pizza.
Yeah. How fancy was your school?
That's true. That's true. What was its socioeconomic background of the area? So things are cooked. Meals are kind of doled out. People are waking up. Coffee is put on. Actual instant coffee is put on.
That's still an approximation of coffee, though.
It's better than.
Well, Reaper's extra rations means he has coffee. He has actual coffee, which he doesn't use right now.
It's Reaper that guy from Black Hawk Down who made coffee during the Gulf. He says he made coffee during the Gulf War or whatever.
Probably.
Just like
he's used to Reaper's used to shipping out somewhere and being in the shit for 2 weeks at a time.
He's got a grind. He's got a coffee grinder. He's making.
Oh yeah.
It's
in the Mech. In the Mech, he's got a coffee grinder that he uses regularly.
Yeah.
Nice games.
Yeah. So this is good. This is fluff. It's good. You go ahead.
Oh, don't get me started on what I was gonna go into about things. Let's just move on before I take us off topic for a while.
Yeah. So you kind of get ready and everything like that. It's probably the first time you've spent a night outside of the fob, like actual sleep and then wake up outside of those walls, which it's a cradle-like planet with its own idiosyncrasies, so nothing really jumps out at you too much. Though probably hold on. Yeah, probably for the first time.
None of us would have been on Cradle.
No, but Cradle-like is kind of just like, it's like Earth-like, or M-class, or for Star Trek nerds, or any Stargate planet, just being Vancouver.
Welcome to Vancouver.
No,
okay,
they didn't have medieval buildings in Vancouver.
Welcome to Toronto, if you're a Stargate.
Yeah.
If you're a Galactica fan.
Yeah. So, but probably the first time you've all seen this, because this is the morning. It's kind of, there's the dew on the ground and everything like that. The first time you've seen native wildlife, not Cradle imported wildlife, but native wildlife. Which I don't know. Would any of you actually read up on it, or would you not have cared?
I would have cared a little bit, but I wouldn't have read up. I would have just been sort of, oh, that's a great.
What's this? What's this?
This? Is there anything cute? Because if yes, then Reaper would have looked that up.
Oh.
Because he's like, oh, look, adorable
Dangerous
thing.
is about all that Drax would have looked up.
I don't know if you'd consider this cute or not, but you find, for the ones who have looked it up, you see a spear pixie, which is a little about the size of a hummingbird. About the size of a hummingbird. It is hex-limbed, so it has 6 appendages, 4 wings, and then 2 grasping appendages in its middle So it flies. It's a big kind of like long thing. And on its front, it has a very sharp, long proboscis. And you see it like swooping and spearing other bugs and then kind of taking them like into the air.
It's kind of like the giant mosquitoes from Fallout 4.
Or the
Those things are
mosquitoes
one of
from
the-
Darkest Dungeon.
Yes.
These are
the
kind
only
of
things that ever gave
these
me
are
the
like
ick.
these are a mix of pseudo avian and pseudo reptilian kind of
Yeah.
species. So they
You think it's cool because it's like they're dive predator and they kill things by spraying them. It's like, that's cool.
they're not particularly harmful to you or anything like that. Again, hummingbird size and anything like that.
Yeah.
When you get like a pack with a matriarch who's like during mating season, they can get a little bit territorial, but it's usually not too bad unless it's like a cat or something, a family like pet that kind of just gets skewered by a lot of them, but they can't do a lot. Its digestive enzymes don't really affect earth-based biology or anything like that, because they just drink what they skewer through the proboscis as they fly. So
I mean,
kind of a thing.
he finds that interesting. So yeah.
Yeah, you see a little pack of them that kind of doing like
Can you
hunting.
take a picture with
pack.
his smart scope? Just like,
Sure, yeah, you could take a picture. Yeah, it's auto stable, like it's stabilized and everything. Doesn't have any motion blur that you don't
he
want.
does
all
that.
that
He
kind of
just like,
stuff.
I just want a picture. Just snap.
Yeah,
Keep that
cool.
for later.
It's a nice little thing about the planet as you kind of get up for the day, and then you start moving on, and you're back on the road and moving. And this cadence goes for a few days. Until you are, I would say if you look at my mouse, you're right about here. Go ahead, Spanner.
Demon, is it like closed channels comms, or can we actually talk to each other today?
Oh, Mikey.
Didn't mean to kill Mikey.
I don't know why that got
I
me as
did.
bad as it did, but it did. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oleg really wants to respond, but because of the question, he doesn't know if he's allowed to respond.
Damon would say keep your comms discipline.
Fine. And she's just going to text people and say, "Hey, how are you? I'm going to be bored."
I mean, if we were all walking along, then it'd be easier to kind of keep things quiet, but we're going to be transmitting.
There are like transmission wise, there are like essentially laser point to points on the mechs that will kind of auto track. So there's the only way somebody could like tap into that would be to put something in between those
Okay,
points.
I didn't know that.
It's very close range. It's either very close range or it's something that has to be in a very particular position very far away. So like comms to the ships in orbit, like the bulk transports have a relay for that. That's just a point to point
I was
on
gonna say,
there.
typically,
Okay.
that's line of sight, so...
Yeah.
If it's,
Well, there's like atmospheric diffusion and stuff like that that happens with lasers. So it's a thing. But yeah.
if it's the kind of short range laser point to point tracking, then fine. But both Demon and Fathead, with our military experience, would keep people focused. Because it's easy to get distracted talking about whatever it is and someone sneak in. So, like, let them talk, chat, whatever. All right, quiet it down. Or ask a question that makes Spanner have to check her sensors with a bit more detail, that kind of thing.
Okay. Was there anything you wanted to say, Spanner?
She would try and get to know people a little bit better because they've just been on ops or downtime and ops and downtime. So this is the only real time that they've had.
And you could do that when we're camping.
Only with one person.
No, people don't just go to sleep as soon as they stop. You know that, right?
Fair. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you may do.
You. I want you unconscious in 2 seconds flat. Otherwise.
Yes, sir.
I think I think that the
You
two.
say that though, and the military people will be able to sleep on a dime.
Oh yeah.
That's a choice. If someone orders you to go to sleep,
Yeah.
it's like a child. It's like, go to bed. I don't want to.
No.
So military people don't instantly. It's variable. Just to clarify, unless you've done a long ruck or something fucking exhausting, then yeah, you do just pass out as soon as you stop.
Yeah, but yeah, a couple of days into the trip, you're right about the point that I marked out on the map, a little green dot, is where you end up, and you found a little spot to camp for the night, off the road. There's like an abandoned farming complex that was set up, and there's a couple of good buildings there. But the bulk transport crew kind of have told you they want to have a little bit of open space because they want to check just mechanical stuff, and they need just room to kind of get in and out and kind of move things if they need to. But they just want to. They've been going for a long time. They just want to do a double check, like an actual good kind of deep check of at least some of them before they get outside of air cover.
Okay, is there a place where we could then put the transports after they've done their checks, where they wouldn't be overly visible?
Kind of. There's none of the buildings would be big enough for that, but there is some fields that have just been left they haven't been harvested, so it's very tall grains or just wheat/corn kind of stuff like that. That's just kind of taking up a good 6 foot. Bulk transports are bigger than that, but it's like covering about half, and they can kind of stay in there. They can drive in and they kind of just stay in there, and it's at least a little bit less conspicuous, or they can just
park next to big buildings.
They would be visible, but it wouldn't block anybody that's just there's a vehicle, or they get kind of think they could. Either way, they still would like just more room for things, so they just got that. And it's not, but there's some stones and stuff out there as well that you can if you wanted to, instead of going in the buildings, you could also camp around them, and you'd have some hard cover that you could put fighting holes and stuff near if you'd like to.
Okay, do what you got to do. Just make it quick, all right?
So they spend, what time they've got working.
I have a quick chat with Fathead. All right, they want to do a quick maintenance check, make sure everything's going to be cool before we get out of air cover. Not the best place to make camp, though.
Ooh.
Let's get everyone camped around the vehicles. See if we can make some fighting holes in case anyone comes to say hello.
So basically, sort of wagon circle idea. You get the vehicles around and all that. Yeah. That's pretty standard.
And then let's get the pickets out, just in case. Oh, and watch those fields. They've not been touched.
Yeah. Could be potential ambush point or...
Yeah. All right, that's it. That's all we got.
Understood.
Okay. And so, you camp. Spend the night in your general your general rotation. The mechanics for the bulk transports kind of trade off with a couple of others, so they're not on their normal rotation. They can normal watch rotation, so they can spend a little extra time. One of the transports had some issues with one of its axles being a little wobbly. It's kind of lost alignment, so they're getting that back together, which does require them to take like a tire off, and that tire's like a tractor tire kind of size, and then put that back on. Like they're not small. These are, I think, size 2 would be the size that these are. So they're just not necessarily tall, but width-wise, they're long and just bulky. But you set up. There's a couple of, there's some rocks, there's some fields, a little bit of like some trees and stuff like that, and you kind of set up. You got decent sight lines around. The buildings still look kind of abandoned for the most part, and kind of go through the night until I'd say about 2 hours before you would normally wake up. Whoever's on watch gets a call from Cat's Eye, the Corvette that's doing the passes, the orbital passes for like.
That'd be
Spanner, yeah. So you get a call about a group of they're getting a reading of what looks to be maybe mechs or vehicles moving towards your position from a couple of different angles, and they're kind of going in and out of trees and out and like in and out of like over cover, but the signals are coming up about that. They say you've probably got 10 minutes before they're within like potentially on you if the readings are correct.
Who's up with me?
I'm going to say Reaper.
Sure.
Reap, go and have a look. I'll go and rape Demon.
Yeah, so I'll do that. I will sneak out and see if I can't spot these potential assaulters.
Okay.
And I'll wait the
You pick like a direction, and you go and try and get some sight on anything.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm going to use Infiltrator if I can to stay hidden as well. Excuse me.
We'll see. Go ahead and roll I'll say this. As you go out and you got about a couple of minutes before they are on the encampment, according to your eye in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
You do catch sight of a pretty hefty force moving. And it's not just one force from what they're saying. You're on like one side, and from what you're getting, like continuous intelligence, like updates or kind of updates from both Cat's Eye's like intel person and Juliet, there's another force on the opposite side of the encampment, on the other side, kind of equidistant. So they're coming in from different angles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're kind of moving in, like they kind of spend time getting in position to then move in. So from what you can tell, I'd say back to Demon, when you get woken up and you get this information, it's like everybody who's probably Ursa, Demon, Fathead, military background, and Reaper. You've got, there's, with the transports the way they are back together, but they would need to be started up and then moved and then everything. You don't have the time to get back to the highway before they'd be on you. So they're coming from every direction. So you've got a position you've got to hold now to then get an opening. Essentially, you're surrounded.
Fathead,
So
get them up, get them moving. I want all the vehicles ready to roll.
Aye, sir.
Reaper, Demon, give me a sit rep.
Well, Right now, I'm spotting what looks like what, Roach? Do I spot anything out here?
I mean, you've got a lot of signatures on your scopes that are telling you things are coming, but they are.
Are they all mech sized or are they jumbled
Yeah,
up?
they're just mechs. They're mechs. I'd say you'd be able to just read the like the signal returns. They would be mechs, and they are. It's a fairly hefty number of them moving towards your direction.
If I had
at
to
least
take my best guesstimate, how many would I assume?
from where you're on your
enemy
position.
targets. Yeah, enemy targets.
From your position, which you can see, you see 3 in front of you, but you know you're only seeing like one part of this force from like that direction that you moved out to.
If I had to take my best guess, probably 3 in my target zone, which means close to 21, maybe more total enemy signatures.
Fall back to
all
our
of them-
position.
All of them are coming back as mechs.
Yeah, get back in now.
Cool. Roach, could I use act unseen or unheard to move back silently as quickly as I can?
I'll let you get back there. Not too much issue as you move.
Hammer command.
Juliet comes back. Go ahead, Hammer.
Juliet, I need to know exactly what's on our position, and are they coming to our position or are they going by?
I'm gonna check with Cat's Eye or anybody else in the sky above you to double check. It's gonna be a second.
Yeah, no problem. Preparing to move.
It's probably say a minute later. Let's just quick about this. They're moving on you. They know where you're at, from what we can tell, and it seems to be a unit that is coming to stop you, or at least to fight you. And we don't know if they know your mission or if it's more of a you move it into the territory and somebody on the road told them about you. Past that,
How many?
don't know. From orbit, it's hard, like orbital resolution, even in future, diffusion of just light and everything is hard to tell. Signature wise, it's a larger force than you. I can tell you that much. How much larger? Maybe twice. But it depends on what specifically they are. If we're talking big Tortuga, if we're talking huge mechs or we're talking small mechs, it goes either direction. As your handler and what I'm seeing above right now, I'm recommending you hold out till you find an opening and start moving towards the highway. Because if you get caught out in the middle of nowhere, you got no cover.
Copy that. Padre,
So,
unpack that cannon.
Right, so Roach, since we're here on this map, is there anywhere that I can go where I would have the most cover of...
As you go back to then come back in to
Oh
get
no, this
to get
planet
everything.
is Sweden.
Ah!
No!
Why can't it be Poland?
Scandinavian
That's worse.
architecture, No.
No, it's not. We saw some great hills and
Oh, but
undulations
it
on
makes
Poland.
sense that Sweden survived to the future. All that flat pack architecture,
Absolutely, yeah.
They already
100%.
prefab everything. Of course, it makes
Yep.
sense that they just upgrade it to
Of
printers.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're deploying in the blue zone.
Okay.
So to give you an update, because we're starting to use a new mechanic. So we're doing a mechanic. This is a I just had it like in front of me not even 5 minutes ago.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. You're doing a holdout engagement, so it's called a sit rep. Essentially, what this is, you're trying to stop the enemy from getting in that zone, because that zone is where your bulk transports are.
Yep.
Depending at the end of this engagement, how many get in there and everything like that might affect stuff. You know, in terms of like equipment gone or damage to the transports, that kind of thing. That's what you're defending against. The red zone across the outside exterior of the map is where the enemy can deploy from.
Cool.
What's the mech on here that doesn't have a call sign?
That's Crusader, I believe. That's
Mine.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is a
Saladin.
Saladin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a Saladin.
I like how we have two absolute fucking chonkers over here.
The command.
Just
Mine,
just the big boys.
This
Sorry, just-
unit uses orc logic in terms of how we all identify
Bigger
our
ones.
orcs.
Ah!
It's the big ones with the biggest dacker.
I mean, I would like to point out that yes,
I too would like to point something out, which is this big chonker actually has bonuses for standing next to him.
yeah, it's the same thing as
Uh,
like deployable cover, and you're counted as hard cover if
As-
you're next to them and all that.
As someone in chat just so
Just that
graciously
map.
reminded me to inform you, this holdout is for 8 turns.
8 turns.
Mhm.
After 8 turns, an opening will open up for you to get out.
Cool.
But depending on how long, or depending on how many are in there, we'll see kind of what might happen.
So, Demon sees on his screen that Reaper has pinged the 2 big rock formations and gone, from there I can see the most amount of terrain, I can cover the most amount of exits and entries, I can make myself the most useful from there. If you want me to, I'll set up in either of those rocks.
Go.
I have to
And,
deploy in this blue area though, right?
Yes,
Okay,
the
yeah.
blue area is your deployment zone. And I'm also going to deploy the enemies because they start here,
Cool.
at least a number of them, but there are reinforcements.
Because I'm just looking at all of the terrain around, because we would have had time to survey this, and these 2 are tied tallest and tallest. So that would help for Reaper, because he can shoot from anywhere on this map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've just been doing that. My sensors go from coast to coast.
Mine too.
Can the bulk transports be moved? Could we have literally parked them in the middle of the wheat fields?
It was the open ground they
Uh,
needed to work them on. So
Yeah.
I would like it if we could move them.
That's where they start. They're more of a nebulous thing. That's just to represent that they are
Okay,
in that
so
zone.
they are not- The physical transports are not in danger so much as they are as an objective to be protected.
Yes, think of it more
Okay.
as a war game right now in terms
Sure.
of that objective.
All
There you go.
There's a guy on this map named Cheeks.
We've also got Hyde.
And other Mike.
Hide your cheeks.
Tally on the right. Other Mike.
Yeah.
Carrots.
Some great names. Some absolutely fantastic names.
It's almost like someone, I don't know who, just opened up a dictionary and went, that'll do.
That's funny. That'll do the job.
To be fair,
Yes.
I'm not the person. The other Mike came from another thing, and this is a play on a joke you don't get, but it is a joke.
Yeah, you commented
we
on that.
meet
We can't
Mike?
just
I'll be back in
we can't just leave because we won't have any cover. But for the 2 of us that are sitting in size 2 mechs, guess what we don't have on this map?
Cover.
Yeah, well,
We may as well just have gone forward and used us for cover. Why the fuck not?
I mean, yeah, it works, right? One of your mech's literal things is providing cover to other people.
Yes, and pretty much any size 2 mech just provides hard cover for the things behind it.
What's the rules of
So what-
engagement and destruction of buildings?
try not to.
Avoid
Possible.
civilian
Try not
damage
to.
if you can.
Yeah,
Oh,
avoid civilian.
buggers.
Avoid damage to civilian
I
infrastructure.
can't
if
shoot him if I
possible.
can't bloody well see him.
So the enemies
I
on
can-
the enemies on the map that are deployed right now are, yes, you've seen them, as Cheeks, Carrots, Other Mike, Hyde, Sugar, and Tally.
I was quoting Band of Brothers. I can still
Mhm.
hit these people. It's just there might be buildings.
I mean, you're trying to avoid. You're not
So
actively
if it's
aiming
not a
for the
direct
buildings.
hit, I'm good.
Yeah. You're
As
not
long as
trying
you
to
don't
destroy the
aim for the building, I won't come down on you like a ton of bricks.
which means
Like the building
no
will.
jackhammer round. Damn.
Yeah.
That's fine. If they get
We
close
know where they're
enough,
coming from.
just don't be in a straight line from me. That's all I'll say, friends.
Oh, there are also people like directly north of us.
Yes.
Too.
There are. Okay,
so-
I will maintain my position to the north then.
So
I was
as
just
a
going where the
because
most
we'll
people were.
all kind of known our unit and our comp and stuff, I will say that I have 3 pieces of artillery now. One of which is built into my mech heavily, which gets more powerful the more I overheat, and is a straight line burn. So cardinal directions of me keep some clear.
Careful lines. Careful lines.
Yeah. So, instead of clear back blast, it's clear front blast.
Clear, yes.
Clear yes.
Oh,
Can I
good.
go first?
I'm just getting everything set up here.
Yeah.
Or-
So yeah, I'm
Right.
just looking at this. I will tell everyone this because you would have probably heard this from Reaper directly. This mech's thing is setting up and then fucking up as everything in the radius as a turret mech, basically. So the best way for Reaper to be effective is to get on top of something tall, so that way he can see everything and stay hidden, because he can do that now, and just ping targets with his rifles and just have a great time.
I just need to wait 3 turns and then get close to someone.
So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy on top of that, because
Yeah, I'm combining artillery and nuclear cavalier, so basically
your nuclear cavalry.
I am nuclear artillery. So that danger zone thing we all have? I'm going to be sitting very comfortable in it. And hey, if I overdo it, I create my own cover. It's fine.
I just need to wait 3 turns, then get up close and personal with someone
Have a great time.
and
Nice.
watch them evaporate.
Okay. All right.
Quite
I think
literally.
everybody's.
One second, I want to
Everybody-
check something. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Okay. If I remember right.
I'm glad I made the change that I did. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look at the size of this chonker
Did you
right
drop
here.
your shotgun for an assault rifle or something?
No, I had a heavy machine gun, but I kept waffling back and forth on it, and I decided, no, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a daisy cutter instead, because that's a thing that I can do.
Okay. I think everybody. Yeah, all the tokens are set up correctly. And the deployments are done for this wave.
You've caught. Also, I've just realized Utari. Oh, he's not got his headset on yet, so I'll wait for him to.
Give it a second.
Yeah, Utari. I've just realized the absolute dynamics that you've got a Saladin mech and you've called it Crusader. It's like opposite.
The Saladin Crusader.
History.
Have you noticed
nerds.
my name, Midge?
The Brave.
It's
And
the
I'm in a
goblin.
goblin.
It's brave.
Oh.
Mm.
It's a not reference, I see. Have you guys got mine? The reference from my mech being called Constantine.
Yeah, I have.
Constantine. What was your previous one? Was
My
Camerlengo.
previous one was Carmelengo, which was to do with
Yeah.
priesthood, and Constantine sort of is, but
Johnny
not-
Constantine.
no, yeah.
give it more time. It'll.
It's
We'll get-
I'm going to the other side of my faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the one pulling out the brass knuckles with the crosses on them now. That's what you're doing at this
So,
You guys wait
So,
until I
yeah.
get wick.
so yeah, we start the combat off. Who wants to go first for your side?
Okay. Demon. So I can give the trucks cover and I can also make fake trucks.
I thought we'd already decided that bulk transports aren't actually really
They're
there
not
for the purpose of
yeah.
being shot at.
The
They're just a
objective is the
representation.
zone.
It's
Yeah,
the
it was
zone
there
is the
to-
thing.
Yeah, but I can put
Then the making fake trucks means nothing.
I can give them cover then.
The objective is the zone.
They're not allowed in the zone. It's if they stand in the
Just
zone.
pretend the trucks aren't even here.
They're a
pretend the trucks aren't there.
representation, kind of a role play thing.
Yeah,
It's the zone that's the
Well,
problem.
it might give them a decoy for them to go a different direction first, though.
Well, I'm just gonna give it. I'll give you I'll reiterate just so we can kind of know, because it is a new thing. With this sit rep, it's on holdout. Essentially, that blue zone, enemies go in there, and if they're in there by the end of the game, by the end of the 8-round like turn limit, you lose points, and if you lose a certain amount of points, you will lose the combat, or things can happen by the end of the combat. Essentially, there's no like, yeah, I wouldn't. Just so you're not kind of like, you kind of have an idea of what you want to do better. Yeah, the trucks are just kind of they're the MacGuffin to defend this piece of land. That's the best way I can describe it. It's their MacGuffin.
Depending on how tough the 3 guys up north are, I could potentially just wipe them out in 1 round.
The north are grunts, so they're 1 HP, guys.
Yeah.
But for so yeah, that's how that goes. So with that update, with that knowledge update, do you still want to go first?
I don't have to go first.
Okay.
Ursa's
I'm
going
not sure
north.
I'm not sure if I should go first, given the Mech's abilities kind of really want people to pool around it.
With the range that we are at right now, if Padre were to deploy, would you be within range of just basically bombarding anybody on this map?
I don't deploy anymore.
Oh, you don't
But
deploy anymore?
yes,
Never mind.
I can hit anyone already on this map.
I mean, if you want to go first and just see if you can't take out what we expect are these 3 grunts, but these confirmed grunts up north, I mean, that's 3 targets immediately down that we don't need to worry about.
Yeah, but he'd be better off hitting Sugar, Carrots, and Tally if he can. The grunts are 1 health.
Yeah, but they do a lot of damage if they get shots off. Is what we found in the past.
All right, do it then.
I think you're the one that felt that the hardest actually previously. Was it you that took a shotgun shell to the stomach?
That was me.
Oh,
who, like,
yeah,
that was
had
Reaper.
I lost my anti-material rifle to a grunt breacher.
Yeah. Okay.
Those things hurt.
They get within range.
Yep.
Are we secure in where we've deployed now, or with our decision of how we're going to engage these guys, can we still maneuver ourselves? Because if we know that Padre is going to go after these guys, Oleg would have deployed over here.
Let's say this. Make that like final decisions, and then once your hand's off the chess piece, it's off the chess piece. So, Padre, are you good with your position?
I am now, yes.
Spanner, are you good with your position?
I am.
Demon, good with your position? Okay, give it a minute.
Yep.
Reaper, good with your position?
I'm thinking there, guys. All those guys are cleared out. Yeah, I'm comfortable there.
Fathead, good with your position?
No, because I'm moving 3 just to let you guys know.
Yeah, the big mechs are slow.
Yeah, I'm there now.
Okay. Ursa, good with your position?
Let's go.
Okay. Hands off the chess piece. We are now in first round of combat. So, round 1.
Padre.
Who wants to go first? Padre.
Okay. So I'm gonna fire my mortar shell at the TR Grunt Rainmaker. So I'm gonna start with my mortar, which is my main cannon, which is arcing, inaccurate, 15 range, blast 1. So that should get all 3 of them, correct?
Yes, assuming you hit.
Yes, assuming I hit. Do you want me to roll once or 3 times?
You can multi-target, by the way. I just want to point out.
How?
Shift.
You right-click and
Shift.
Oh, shift.
Yeah, I just
Cool.
trial and errored that myself. So this
Reaction.
what is your reaction?
Leadership dice. I'm going to order you to fire at them.
Thank you. What does that do?
Hold on. There's additional ones that I've upgraded effects as well.
Oh.
So here you go. You
Oh,
get
boy.
1 leadership die. Now you can expend them to what is it?
It's getting accuracy, right? I think.
You can either add it to your roll, or optionally, I have Inspiring Presence, so you can use them to reduce damage by minus 1d6 or increase damage dealt by 1d6.
I think
Oh.
it's going to be better if I do it to the shooting element of it because I have an inaccuracy because it's a mortar. So I'd like to offset the inaccuracy if possible.
They also have 1 health, so I don't know if increasing damage is going to be super useful.
we are, remember, armor is a thing.
They do have armor, but I think we take our chances on the damage.
Yeah, I'm just saying, remember, we're using the full rules now. So
I have hit them
Ooh.
all.
For 5 damage.
yeah, okay.
Oh, and that's a good thing to point out, actually. The mortar is 1d6 plus 1. So its
Yeah.
minimum damage is 2.
Yes.
Yeah, minimum damage, so I just needed to hit. Cool. Yeah, that's 1 HP of damage because they have what's their armor? 1, so minimum. Yeah, so that goes down to 4 damage they take, which is they're dead.
So that's obviously that's 1 quick action, right? So my second quick action is I'm going to put out one of my turret drones.
Ah, smart.
And I'm going to put it. I can put it anywhere within sensor 10 of me. So
Towards the left side of the screen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, 'cause
what
I'm the only
thinking,
one out
but
here right
we've
now.
Moved. Oh yeah, I see. I'm actually going to put it. Is that in sense 10 of me? Is the front of that like 3-line rock?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
7 away from
I'll
you.
put that. I'll put it there if I can. Put my little my turret drone.
Your little turret drone, your little
Yeah.
turrety. Little turret drone?
Put a little turret down, drone down. So that's 1 use of my turret. Oh, I didn't refresh them from last time apparently. So I'll just leave that unmarked. Cool.
Turret drone's there.
Don't think I want to move. So
Can you fire the mortar and move? Is it ordnance?
No, it's just arcing and
no, it's,
Okay, you're
it's-
cool.
I,
then, you're
I
cool.
can.
Yeah, never mind.
It's the howitzer I can't move.
Yes, that's right.
But that's 2 quick actions, which is my turn, right? So that's me done.
All right, cool.
And with an ordnance, if I just have to shoot it first, I can move afterwards.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would have been fine anyway.
Yes.
Look at Midge being on the ball with
On
everything.
the ball, mate. Well done.
You wait until I start getting to the doohickey of balancing my heat, because it's gonna get wild real quick.
Yeah, you're gonna be walking a tightrope, a nuclear tightrope, as it were.
Well, no,
Nuclear tightrope.
but no, the thing is, it's like it's not as much of a tightrope as you think, but I'll be taking like certain quick actions and weird things. I'll be like, so like for the hotter I get, the more accurate I get, for example, or the more damage I do, and my damage types change. So it's just like I'm gonna be spouting words at you guys.
Just words. Just shit things.
Words.
This is the simple turns. It gets weirder later.
Cool.
Somehow-
Weird's cool.
Weird's
It is cool.
Somehow I found a way to play a mage, essentially.
This is
I mean-
that's Lancer. Yeah, this is that game. Because there's technically like techno magic that exists in here. I mean,
yeah.
the Horus mechs exist.
Well,
Yeah.
no, okay.
The Horus
Let's
mechs are
put 'em
literally
on
just
more.
mage but mech.
Kind of more barbarian, I guess. But
There is
ranged
also like an
barbarian.
AI template. There's an AI class just called Priest, and various other things. Like so, there's like there was a couple of things. So yeah, starting off. So that was Padre's activation. So I'll just make sure I'm up to date on the. That was your activation, and now The one that's going to be going. Check. Yep. Is going to be carrots. Carrots.
Where was carrots? I saw carrots. Oh yeah, you're there.
On far right over here. Which
On
is
the
our
right.
alley.
Artillery.
Yeah.
What mech is that? What the? It's got a howitzer on its back, I can tell you that, but I have no idea what mech that is.
It kind of reminds me of the siege tank from StarCraft. Just like
It does, yeah. You're right.
it's going to transform into a gun. Okay, yeah, she's going to go ahead and fire her bombard cannon.
Ew.
Can you guess what that does?
No, please.
I'm gonna say
explain to
bombards
us.
things.
Artillery.
Please explain to us what this thing does.
Can somebody put their... So I'm just going to be right here on this one die. I just need to then put a little... Is there... I keep forgetting. Is there AoE templates that exist for this game? There are.
Click the ruler.
Well, no, there are AoE templates that actually physically exist I can bring out. The problem is I need to... That should...
It'd probably make it easier to know who's within blast radius without having to measure by hand and all that.
Yeah. Cool. There we go.
Just to clarify before you roll an attack, Crusader is going to... It has the innate Warp Shield ability, which gives +1 difficulty to any attack against it or an allied character with sensors.
With sensors? Okay. Well, then this is a flat...
This is only once per round.
Okay, cool.
And other people get to use me as hard cover if they're adjacent, obviously.
This is a blast weapon, so that wouldn't apply.
Oh,
for that
bugger.
one.
I was going to say
But-
thanks.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is though, because she's next to Sugar, she gets a +1 to her attacks. So you've just negated that. So that was actually good. That was a good
Do
one.
they get a +1 or do they get a plus accuracy?
So I'm
Oh, they get
playing the
+1
mech version
accuracy
of a
too.
bard.
Okay.
+1 accuracy to all attacks, saves, and checks.
All I have in my head is just like Drax reaches into the warp, like full on Psyker style, and just points at them and goes, "No."
I mean, this mech is
So-
just loaded to the gills with defensive stuff. If you open up the sheet,
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
It's good. Yeah, okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. 4 of you are in attack Padre, Ursa, Fathead, and Demon.
In before it
invest-
only hits me. In before it only hits me.
Oh, that'd be funny. It would be
It
funny.
would be funny.
Unlikely.
I've seen the evasion of some of these Max Midge. You're better than most.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
no, but
Spanner.
I'm talking- I'm talking about purely my luck here.
Oh, on luck, yeah, you're getting crit. Like, there's no question on that one.
Exactly. The only one who gets here, and it's a crit.
Yeah, it's a crit for like 17 damage.
Okay. So accurate, and then a inaccurate, so it's canceled out, which means it's a -1 now because it's a
Ordnance.
arc.
Yeah,
It's
it
an
was
ordnance
arcing.
weapon?
Arcing.
It was arcing. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, so it's a flat roll. I was hoping to be sneaky about that. Damn it.
No.
Okay.
Saladin says no.
Mhm.
Cool.
I like the Harrison Armory name choices. It's just all famous generals.
Oh no, it only hits Demon.
How the
Minus
fuck?
1? Oh my god.
How the fuck?
It rolled
They rolled a 2
on one of the
minus
attacks.
5.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's 2 2s, 3 2s, 3 2s, a 6,
didn't crit,
and
though.
a 19.
We didn't
No, it
will
didn't
it
any of them.
completely into existence, but
That is
Yeah.
that is the first time this campaign we have not just gotten immediately destroyed by every single attack that has hit in the
I also just
entirety of
wanna
the battle.
point out, right, I want to point out here, because of that difficulty that Utari gave that roll, it didn't crit Demon.
yeah.
It would have crit him otherwise.
I'm
Yep.
hoping.
You are helping. So yeah, you take 5 damage, Demon, and that's just explosive damage.
Ow.
I like to think that the shell bounced off this like warp shield and just the actual shell casing hit Demon, and that's why he's the only one who got hurt.
Plunk.
Oh my god. I can't believe it rolled a
Force field's
-1.
down.
It rolled a -1. Can't believe that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's. Oh, we've just been informed NPCs can't crit.
Oh.
Cool.
It's
good to know.
Playing it all wrong.
We've been.
9 times out of 10, it wouldn't matter anyways,
I
because
could have done with that like
the
5
vast majority
sessions
of,
before because I just got crit all the fucking time.
You're
the
right.
vast
yeah.
majority of NPC weapons don't roll for damage anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
That's true.
Unless it specifies, I suppose, because there are specific systems and weapons that do care if you crit.
Oh, shit. I
Oh, and
Don't know how
talents
to-
as well. There are some talents that, that care
Yeah.
if you crit or not as well.
don't know how to get rid of that macro, so we're gonna have to.
I
I got it.
got it.
I got it.
Jeez, that was a big area too. I just not realized.
It's a
Last
burst
2.
2. Yeah, burst 2. Last 2.
First 2. Yep. Okay, that's the end of her turn. It's the end of Carrot's turn.
Who would like to go next?
We're getting
I
this swing
think
of things soon.
Demon would kind of call out on the radio, Ursa, kill that fucking cannon.
They can't reach it, boss!
Then go reach it.
I might be able to do.
Oh, you're not limited to just stay in the blue zone, by the way. It's just you. They can't. go back
No,
to it,
I
so
mean,
you can-
even with my movement of using a quick action to boost, I could get 6 squares away. I would be 7 squares away from them. I can't reach them.
Big mechs
They're
are
too
slow.
far away. Big mechs
slow.
are slow. I mean, I can still go, and there are things they can do for us, but I can't take them out this turn.
I can hit it, boss.
Do it.
Okay, so
What
so
you
I'm
do?
hitting carrots.
Okay. What are you doing? You gotta tell me ahead of time because there's a lot of things interacting in that little square right now. From a lot of auras. So
Hmm.
I'm going to attempt to eject their power cord.
okay. Hold on a second.
I'm sure there's
Come on,
more to
Pete.
that than just I just turned the mech off and it's just done. It just eliminated.
You're taking away their keyboard, as we like to say. Stun locking, essentially. Wow.
Okay. So what is that specifically? Is that a tech attack, or what are you
It's a
explain
tech
it to me?
attack. Your target becomes jammed until the end of their next turn as you temporarily disrupt their systems, ejecting ammo magazines and cooling rods. Characters adjacent to your target take 2 energy damage. This can only be used once per scene on each character.
You basically, it's like it's like
So-
one of
You're basically
those
cooking
VR
off their ammo in
you
a
would-
hostile way for everything around
Yeah,
them.
it's like one of those VR games where you like walk up to someone and pull out their magazine from their gun while they're shooting it, and then just like pulling the pin on their grenades. Just-
I had somebody do that to me in Trouble in Terrorist Town, and they walked up to me and they started talking to me, and they pulled out my magazine, and when I went to shoot them, they just stabbed me. I was so pissed.
So, if I'm reading this right, if you were to do that to carrots, then the 2 next to them would take 2 damage, and carrots wouldn't be able to fire their next turn.
The thing, carrots though, because it's an ordnance weapon, it probably needed to stabilize next turn to reload anyway.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't think.
But that means it slows by another turn. So you get another turn of
True,
them not
true,
being able
true,
to shoot
true.
your cannon.
Well, I don't know if they can't stabilize while they're stunned or.
It is ordnance. It is not loading.
Oh.
Ah. Right. That's
Should
different.
fire
Loading
around.
is the property that requires you to reload.
She just can't move
That's what I
before she
meant.
shoots. Yep. I'm just double checking something because there's a thing that might work for help here. But I think it's just. Yep. Okay. Try. Go ahead and roll the invade.
Okay, just checking something came up. Yeah, so Goblin gains 1 accuracy on tech attacks as well. So I got an accuracy on.
Cool.
That 20 sensors just invalidating this entire battlefield. Oh, I did it again. I rotated my mech.
Hold on, I'll
Oh,
fix
good.
it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just I was holding shift to try and scale left, and I was using the ruler.
Oleg is drunk. Go home.
Oleg has been woken up, and he's grumpy.
Okay. He becomes jammed till the end of their next turn. Characters adjacent to your target take 2 energy damage. Okay, cool. So
To be fair, jammed is just a really good condition.
yeah.
Next
And I
turn,
can
I
do
hit
it
them with the
once
howitzer.
to every character on here.
Yeah.
So I might just do that.
That seems broken.
And you get ejected, and you get ejected, and you get ejected.
Okay, that's been done to the other characters. But they themselves don't take damage, they just get jammed. It doesn't
Since this
say-
is an
Characters take
invasion,
2.
they should take 2 heat.
Doesn't say they take 2 hits.
That's
No,
a
they
default
don't
part of
get
invasion
hurt.
itself.
No.
Yeah, because if this is an invade action.
All right, that's done. Okay.
Sugar looks fancy though, so I'm not sure it's going to work on them.
I mean, you can try.
I will certainly try.
The one loves a trier.
That's one way of saying it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've also locked all your rotations as I was told you can do that, so we don't have to deal with
Appreciate
that
it.
ever again.
As funny as it is.
Can I use my movement to get behind a little bit of cover behind that brick wall?
Sure.
Do you mean Oleg or?
You mean, yeah. Choose one of the big mechs, because we're hard cover.
Okay, I will duck behind Fathead.
If Oleg's being told to run out there and kill these guys, like he's probably not going to be around very long. To be fair, these are 1 square high wheat fields, and you're a size half mech. You could just stand inside them for freeze off cover as well from everything.
It's true. It's concealment.
Yeah, that would be full concealment for you because it'd be double your cover
Yeah.
size. Whereas for me, it's just soft cover.
Red, you can't occupy the same space.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
are.
get out of the way.
Because remember, there are 3 hexes for the size 2.
Yeah.
Does that
Yeah,
count
now
as
you're
Think-
adjacent.
if you go that
Yes,
one
that's
north,
adjacent.
go that one north, like the one next to me.
And you're in
the
soft
You're
cover.
in the
You're
soft,
soft
well,
cover.
no, full
Last.
cover because you're a half
You're in-
mech.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
you're behind the size 2 mech. It's
Just a little goblin hiding in the wheat field, hacking your brain. It's fine.
Just a little guy.
Yeah.
Just a little guy. That's all there. Just a little guy.
goblin in a wheat field hacking your brain
Look.
is a sentence for a t-shirt if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Look, I have one
God.
thing. It's being a short character. I'm going to keep with it until it stops working.
Except for that
That's-
time you were like a 6-foot orc.
Yeah.
Except
odd.
the first time I was in this and I was a 6-foot orc. But even that was short for an orc.
It was short for the rest of the party as well. We're all fucking
Yeah.
monsters.
Fucking giants.
The New
Cool.
York Giants.
Cool.
That
All right,
was
that's
fun.
the end.
That was my go. Thank you.
Cool. That was the end of Spanner's turn. All right, so I think. Here. Cool. All right. So other Mike's gonna go. Steps on up to you all.
Oh, there's other mic. Cool.
Yeah, somebody's calling. What the fuck? Hold on 1 second.
I am the other mic.
It's me, other Mike.
It's my
I'm
evil
here.
twin.
Well, no. It's like one of those things. Is they're calling in. It's like the where they talk to you over the comms. It's just happening directly to the GM this time.
Yeah.
It's me.
Other mic is like,
Other
hey.
Mike.
We haven't gotten that since the fight with Blackjack. Diva and
Right.
Diva and Coots or
We're quiet.
Kook was it?
Coots.
Shoots.
Coots, yes. They weren't as talkative as Blackjack was.
No, that's true. They weren't.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. What did I miss?
Nothing.
Sorry,
We were just
Roach.
filling time.
I've been informed by our tutorial compcom that was a quick action. So I'm going to use my other quick action to lock on to what was the pretty ones?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Pour some sugar. We're glad we both went for 2 different sugar-related songs.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yeah, other Mike steps on up with their movement.
He's got a giant flamethrower. He's a salamander. Oh no.
That's good for us, right? We're humans, right?
That's true. Yeah. None of us are Eldar children, right? Looks around.
Oh God.
Hides
yeah.
Kegarak mask.
Yeah. Okay, I just need to double check what this is in terms of its.
Oh baby, that's a gout of flame. That is.
Problem is, I don't know how to rotate the damn thing.
That is a bit weird.
If it's anything like my frustration, try holding shift and rolling your mouse wheel.
Ah, look at that. There you go.
Hey,
Big brain.
Hey.
Big brain. Well done.
Yep.
Oh no.
You just,
My having this happen to me has paid off in a way.
yeah.
It's
And then now-
educational.
And now you cause this to happen, though. Okay, cool.
I mean, this was going to
so-
happen one way or the other.
That's very true.
For your
so-
incidents, you will be docked 1 accuracy. So.
For my help, it comes to realize I'm not within range of this.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah, other Mike steps on up. The weapon he's holding in his hands kicks on the pilot light, and a gout of flames rushes out to all
Yes,
of you.
please give me heat.
Burn me in the light of the one.
So target. Target.
Oh, I don't know why the idea of that actually being what Padre says is really funny in my head.
Target. I think that's everybody, because yeah, Padre's just out, so is Ursa, so it's just you 3. It's Fathead, Demon, and Spanner.
I'm not in that.
Nope,
No.
you're not, because it's the highlighted
I see.
hexes,
I
so
see.
you're just out. That's why the templates are good, because I probably would have called that as you being in if I had measured that by hand, because that would have been.
No,
Yeah.
the highlights the squares is actually really nice. I wish more things did that.
Yeah, it's a macro thing. So it's it's cool. Yep, just gonna fire then. Fire some fire.
You find it from Spanner.
From Goblin.
Yeah, I was selecting. Yeah. Cool. You take
Well-
you take 3 heat. 3 heat from that Spanner. 3 burn.
It's
Yeah,
Fathead
burn.
who takes it.
Fathead.
A Fathead. Sorry, I
Yeah,
was
Span is
selecting.
fine.
Yeah, no, you are.
That's a lot of heat.
Oh,
It's burn.
No, it's taken 4 heat. The
It takes
Yeah, no,
4,
it
but we
has.
do-
Yeah, no,
deals-
it
deals
automatically
3
does that.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Automatically
So
applies.
I assume I need to add this to my own sheet because it's not
Yes.
automatically done.
Yes.
Right, so 3 off the HP and 3 onto the burn.
Yeah, so burn is a special damage type. Burn ignores armor, period. So you're going to take 3 regardless of what your armor is. And you are now on fire. So at the end of your turn, you take the burn again unless you pass an engineering check.
Oh, great.
If you pass the engineering check, then the burn goes away.
Cool.
You're a little hot. It's spicy.
You can also see by the effect of this weapon, it does double damage to people who already have burn.
Oh, and burn stacks. So every time you get hit with burn, that dot keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, no.
As you get
Bit of
more
dot
on
damage.
fire.
Other
Dot
Mike's,
damage there.
other Mike is not fun.
Yeah. And then it looks
Other-
like there's another flamer down south as well.
Just hide another Mike.
I'm not allowed to destroy the buildings. Sadly, not allowed to destroy the buildings. Otherwise,
Destroy the buildings.
Otherwise,
I
might
mean,
be meeting 40
some
Mech.
collateral damage is fine. We're supposed to limit damage to infrastructure, not some is
Willful
fine.
destruction of property is not necessarily something
Yeah.
you want to do.
It's not like you're going, listen, I'm bored, and then just shoots off the thing that
Yeah.
destroys buildings at random.
Don't go firing jackhammer rounds into these barns just to see if you can hit the broadside of a barn.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's the end of other Mike's turn. Who wants to go on your side? Demon.
I could give it
Raisin.
like
Good hand.
Roach has been missing, but if she starts hitting us, that's gonna be a problem. I could give us all cover. But at the same time, if you all just want to move so we don't keep getting hit by these giant AoE effects, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think demon going is a good idea. Because they're in range of demon now.
Yeah. Demon's
They
whole
are.
thing was, I want him to get close to me.
In 3 turns.
Well,
They hear a little sooner,
I-
boss.
I will point out, just because Utari is tired, as normal, Utari, you do have a 1 per mission call in that may or may not. I don't know if you consider this a situation that requires it, but you do have an orbital strike that's
I
available to
do.
you.
It could help with taking out those ones on the right. But
Just
just
up to you,
want to
it's-
cook it as a one-time use only
We
period. for
might
this entire
want
mission.
to keep it for a moment, considering there might be reinforcements.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
up to attack. It's a whole mission. You have to go you're only a third of the way through this mission, and then you have to
Yeah.
attack bases. and
Yeah,
stuff, so-
exactly. Also, yeah, it might be useful on the base.
Yeah, let's not waste it.
Okay.
Demon, go ahead.
Okay, so time to Alpha Strike.
Alpha.
Alpha.
Now, my talents. My pistols get +1 accuracy for CQB weapons and with targeting within a range of 3. And I get +1 accuracy for an attack roll you make with auxiliary or ranged weapon on your turn. So, my 4 weapons get +1 on accuracy.
Nice.
Okay. Well, other Mike is within range, so.
Also, if I get a crit on any of them, also known as a natural 20, you deal maximum possible damage from that weapon.
It's not natural 20
It's
for
not
crit.
natural 20.
It's
It's,
tw-
un-
it's
It's
20
anything
or above.
It's
Yeah.
a 20 you added up. Anything a 20 or up on anti-added
counts as a
dice
crit,
doesn't. Yeah.
Okay, well
Isn't
there you go.
D&D
dirty
So it's
20s
easier.
crit in this one.
Yeah. It's especially
Yeah.
dirty, if you would.
Dirty. Filthy 20s still count.
Filthy 20s add to the damage.
Filthy.
So go ahead. Yep, you're good.
Oh, close.
Who are you targeting, by the way, at that time? It probably should
Oh,
have been something
yeah.
you did.
Sorry. How do I target Mike again? Or other Mike?
The target on the left-hand side of the screen.
Or
So you
you
select
could you
targets.
can right click target thing. There's
You
Got him.
shift right quick.
T. You can also like hover your mouse over it, press T, target. So yep, a lot.
All right, I'll do it again.
Okay. Okay, that hits. You did 3 damage.
That also hits for 3 more damage.
It's another 3 damage. Yeah.
That hits for 2 because of reliable.
Oh, 3. Hold on, I need to do the calculations here. We're at 10.
Let them do math.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I'm being 100% transparent with you right now about this. Other Mike has 3 armor.
So you've done no damage to him.
Do you want to redo that?
With what? I have nothing else to do.
That's true. I think reliable bypasses armor.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
No,
so you
reliable only bypasses armor if the weapon itself has armor piercing.
Cool. So I mean, yeah.
It means we need more armor piercing stuff if we're going to be fighting things with armor piercing. This is here's your guys. Armor piercing is really useful. Realization.
Yeah. I think other Mike and Hyde have the highest armor on the field.
Well, I know who I'm targeting now.
Yeah. Big hits.
Maybe. Depends on depends on how you shoot carrots. From what distance. She might also have decent armor. But yeah, other Mike and Hyde have a pretty decent armor.
Does the energy
profile.
damage go through armor? Is that a thing?
It's specifically armor piercing. It'll call it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a trait on the weapon.
Fine.
Yeah, you can get armor piercing energy weapons.
Yes, you
That's right.
can. And then you moved to the wheat field, which is providing soft cover for you. Cool. That's all right. That's turn. I think Tally's gonna go. Okay. Cool. Tally's gonna go.
Biased.
I just need to double check on a rule here if there's a difference between just to double check about full actions.
Shit, they got movement like
Just 7 or 8, I think. From what I can count.
7 movement by a normal. Jesus Christ. We are snails by comparison.
I'm
You
the
did pick-
fastest mech here, and like
Yeah.
I'm double as fast as the size 2 mechs. Just flat.
Sure, if that's fair. If you're moving
Mhm.
6, that's yeah.
Padre and
Is
Spanner.
that
and...
mech running sword and board and running at us?
Yes.
It's got a
Melee
sword
is
and a
also
board,
a
but
viable
also
option.
not-
Did you just realize it's
It
got
was
a
off my
species?
screen.
Also, Midge, I just want to point out it's not a sword and board. It's a spear and a board. But the spear also has it's a gun lance.
Yeah,
it's a gun lance is what that
It's
is.
Monster Hunter, I guess, essentially.
Yeah, it's Squall from Final Fantasy VIII.
no! Oh no!
I think is that the one with the gun sword. Final Fantasy VIII.
Like if
What's
I
your
know.
one?
The only Final Fantasy I play is 14, and I just started playing that like a week and a half ago.
I only know it because of the memes.
Okay. Full action is just both of the quick actions. Okay, cool. No, I just wanted to make sure about that. Okay. So I just need to measure this. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to use its kind of its full action impale. So it moves it moves 8 spaces straight line. It's going to pass through demon. I pick a character that it passes through. Demon's the only one it passes through. And you have to make a hull save +1 difficulty. If you fail, you are grappled by them and pulled by them till the end of their movement. Which means you'll end up right next to them, back almost exactly where you were before. So to do a hull save, there's the first part of your character sheet, mech / stats. There's a hull save, and when that brings up, just put a +1 in like little bracket thing, just like in the difficulty section. So on the right, and that'll be a difficulty, and then just
Oof.
yeah. Okay. So I just need to measure this to make sure.
Oh no.
So you end up there. You're pulled down here. Not a big deal, honestly. You didn't nothing like that. You don't take any damage. You're grappled though. Which I don't know if there's a status effect I can apply to that built in. Might not be though. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I can't see it being a thing right now. But so just know you are grappled by them, and I think that just means you're right there. I think that's all it means, as far as I can tell. So not the worst off it could have been.
So when grappled, both characters become engaged. Neither character can boost or take reactions. The smaller character becomes immobilized, moves when the larger party moves, mirroring their movement. If the same parties are the same size, they can contest whole checks to move the other one.
Okay.
Grapple ends.
Kind of
when the
locked.
breaks adjacency, or if such as they have to knocked back by another effect. The attacker chooses to end the grapple. The defender breaks free by succeeding a contested hell check as a quick action.
Okay. Remind Rival of that when it gets to his turn, because he's not going to remember that, but he's going to need it.
Sure.
So there. Who wants to go? Reaper, Fathead, or Ursa?
I mean, Ursa would like to go and help out Boss Man.
Yeah, no, I agree there.
Okay.
You mean the man with the biggest shotguns in the county is right next to this?
Yeah, they have made
One
a
of them
decision
has
in their
entered the
movement.
zone. One of them has entered the zone.
Oleg is going to step to here. And he is going to reach over his shoulder and pull out a giant crowbar. It is a siege ram that he is just going to swing into the side of this thing.
That's not what I thought you were gonna do.
Yaw yeet.
This is a shove attack that he's basically trying to do here. His goal to shove this thing away from Boss Man, so he is no longer grappled by him. This is an unarmed attack, which memory serves is just a grit roll, which I don't know how to roll grit from this character sheet on the.
It's a narrative on your.
Well, I'm looking at my mech sheet.
Or your mech sheet.
Which is not it's not a mech sheet. That's fine. I will roll grit from this. Waha!
Oh no, it's on there. It's the first page, center column, bottom, next to your core.
I see it. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Give this a go. Hua! That's a
that's
21.
20. That's a critical.
That is a natural
Okay.
20.
Nice.
Right. So what do you do? So what are you doing specifically again?
So this is a shove action.
Okay.
Or is it push? It is. There's a specific name for it.
Push and shove.
Trying to
Well,
find it. in the
ComCon does
actions.
have stuff on here for that.
Ram. Sorry, this is a ram action.
Ram. Okay, ram. Attempt to knock
yeah.
down or knock back a target successful.
So they are going to be knocked prone, and they are going to be knocked away from me by 1 space.
What are you rolling against for that?
It's against their evasion.
Evasion. Okay, because
You make a melee attack against an adjacent character. I have them double clicked, but I rolled it for my character sheet, not for my mech.
That's why.
Because I couldn't find the grid.
Was that
I rolled a 21.
Yeah, they don't have that evasion.
And because of the fact that I have this, they take 2 kinetic damage.
You just pulled out like this, like the.
He pulled out a crowbar and Gordon Freeman them.
Yeah.
And now, because they are prone, I'm trying to double check what the condition for prone does, because I think prone gives an accuracy when you hit somebody. I'm trying to remember that exactly. But attack against prone targets have a +1 accuracy. He's going to shoot him with he's going to use his other action, as a quick action, to shoot them with his Dex Sweeper automatic shotgun.
Yeah,
I just fucking knocked him to the floor with just both barrels.
Hello, my name is Oleg.
Barrel.
You woke me from my nap. I'm upset.
Yeah, it's a rotating barrel is what that is. Just.
That feels like a very paladin move.
It does. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you hit. Obviously,
What was the roll?
it was
Okay, yeah.
that was
13.
a 13, which actually very close to not hitting with this guy.
Duly noted.
And a damage of 6, which not bad.
No, the question is Oleg pissed off enough that he's going to overheat himself and do it again? And you know what, fam? We ball. He's going to overcharge.
Fuck it, we ball.
He's going to take that quick action to do the same thing.
Play the same song.
He's just going to blam them
Play
again.
that song again.
Man, these damage rolls are killing me, but sure.
Okay.
You rolled a 2 and a 1 on the damage. That's a bit cringe.
Yeah.
Bit cringe.
Yeah, not great. That's 2d. Yeah, you have 2d6 for that damage roll.
Yeah. The big thing with the shotgun is it's as inaccurate naturally, but Oleg gets the pre-accuracy for being for one of his abilities, so it makes
That's
up for it.
the close quarters engagement protocol thing.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
All right. That
Handshake
is
protocol.
Oleg's turn.
What's it called?
It's Oleg's turn. Cool.
Handshake protocol.
Ursa's turn. Who do we have?
Who's up next?
Oleg is typically a lot more chill, but you wake the man up from his 8 hours, and he's not a happy boy.
He's just grumpy. He hasn't had his morning breakfast. He hasn't had his coffee.
He has
yet.
not.
He's like, Madge. It's Madge.
He's hangry and tired.
I know. It's awful. Also, I just want to point out, it's very, very good that Midge got rid of those 3 guys, because now we kind of have better action economy, essentially, is what's happened here. We've removed 3 of their turns.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Just Hyde breaking down the building like the Kool-Aid man with his flamethrower in one hand.
Yeah.
How?
Okay. Yep. Hyde comes up, steps up, targets, puts his cone down, so that he's targeting Fathead. And apparently only Fathead. I couldn't finagle anything else.
From that angle, he is also targeting other Mike.
No, he's not. It's not highlighted.
Yeah, it's not highlighted. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
the color of the square makes it look highlighted, but
It's very close.
yes, I see where it's
No,
kind of
the building's not
cut
stopping
under.
it. It's just because it's an
Am I
AoE.
in there?
No, you're not either. No, the black line is just a general kind of representation. It doesn't.
Okay.
The angle also makes it weird because it doesn't start until there's a break, there's a gap, and the coverage.
It only affects 4 hexes that are underneath the template.
Yeah.
It does not affect partial hexes.
Yep. So cool. That's that does that. So yep. Hyde moves up and is going to shoot you.
all I
I
can
don't
imagine
think-
in my head is you doing this on an actual tabletop and pulling out a Space Marine like flamethrower template from the old GW days and pulling
I
it
still
down on the
have
table.
mine, yes.
I still have mine as well.
Still got mine.
Yep. Is yours green, orange, or clear? Because mine's, I got the clear ones.
I have a clear and I have an orange one.
Fuck.
Yes, clear and orange.
Oh, you missed. Nice. That must have been close. That must have been close.
That, well, that was a 4. So that was quite literally rolled a 3 on the die.
Well, it must have been close because of like evasion stats flatly. It was close.
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't have good evasion.
No.
Yeah, and that would have been bad too because that would have been double damage. So that would have been 6.
Yeah.
That would have been 6 burn, which would have stacked with the 3 burn you already have.
Yeah.
Bad.
No.
I need them dead. Dead.
I can help with that.
I like providing an interesting combat with a lot of targets that are all equally bad for you.
They are all equally a pain in the ass.
Yep. Okay. That's it for Hyde. So Reaper or Fathead? Where do you want to go?
Do you want to go, Terry, or will I?
See, given the armor that we know of, like, I've only got an assault rifle. I'm very much the support character. I'm not going to be doing much DPS. So instead, the only thing I could do is, like,
You can put out your fire.
You could
deploy
put the
stuff.
fire out.
Put the fire out,
Yeah.
and then I can deploy. What can I deploy? I've got.
You could
something
deploy
pretty
the
cool.
drones, right? Because they do flat damage, don't they?
Oh,
Because that's
I
the
have a
thing, Midge.
support.
You could be doing that as well with your drone, right? You could be
I'm
like,
waiting for the person who does a high amount of damage to shoot.
Mm.
You, Sonny Jimbo.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm saving that reaction.
Okay, so repair, is that a quick or a full?
It's a full.
It repairs a full action.
Full.
It's a
right.
stabilize action.
Yeah. So you could put out your fire and then stabilize to repair full.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I need to do engineer roll first, right?
For the fire.
That is something that happens at
Fire.
the end of your turn. I don't know if you
Okay.
can do it early.
But
All
you
right,
can't
well,
stabilize.
It's
if
an
you-
automatic thing.
Yeah, you can stabilize if you want. Something.
Or would I rather? Might rather do something else, like deploy an enclave pattern support shield.
Okay. Port shield? Is that?
Enclave pattern support shield.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I don't-
cool. I'm just reading the thing here.
At the last, until the end of your next turn, you become mobilized for the duration, but any ranged or melee attacks made against creatures within the affected area from outside the dome receive +1 difficulty initially. Initially gain the blink field, intervention reaction. While the field is something. Okay, cool.
Oh, you can grant people resistance with that. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. I'll get a blast 3 template up.
That shit big.
Yes. I
Yeah.
protect
If anything,
us.
it's going to stop us from taking further artillery fire.
Oh my god, it's like one of
Yes.
those Gungan bubble domes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have 3 hexes that you occupy.
Yep.
Which one of the 3 do you want? You want top right, top left, bottom?
Top right, because it's going to cover the most people.
Okay.
I can't confirm this, but I think if you're a bigger mech, it counts all of them.
I can't.
Yeah, I don't know if
can't
Foundry
read it,
will functionally do that, but I'm pretty sure if you are a bigger mech, it counts as a bigger square for that.
But yeah, to be fair, it doesn't say people can't enter, and it doesn't say that anybody inside of it gets any
So
thing.
it's a
done to
Gungan
them.
bubble dome.
Yeah. So I just want to point that out.
I mean,
We're Phantom
any
Menacing this war.
ranged or melee attacks made against
Yes,
characters
I'm
within the
protecting
effective
us
area.
from range shit. So
So
from
anything.
outside.
From
Yeah,
outside the dome.
the
Yeah,
dome.
anyone shooting in is penalized, but we're not penalized if we all just, gang up on Tally right now.
yes.
Or Tally
Right,
gets
yeah.
up and does something.
Yes.
Or other Mike steps forward.
Saying that, a basic melee attack, is that a quick action?
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Do you have a melee weapon?
No.
Shoot in the blind
Actually,
fire.
don't quote me on that. Ramming is a quick action. I'm not sure if. I think an improvised attack is a full action, which is if you don't have a melee weapon.
Okay.
Do you have a
Because-
melee weapon?
No, I don't have a melee weapon. I've just got
that
my
would be an
assault
improvised
rifle.
attack then, and that would be a full action.
Yeah, and I'm assuming the assault rifle's full action as well, isn't it?
No, assault rifle is quick action.
Oh,
You can shoot. Yeah, you can shoot something. like
all right.
one
I'm gonna
round.
shoot Tally.
So you got a +1
Make
action.
sure you're targeting.
She's flat.
Pretty sure
Result
all
plus-
weapons are quick actions to shoot, right?
Unless
they
it's
It's
super
when you want
heavy.
to use
Fine.
multiple of them, I believe.
Yeah.
Right,
Unless it's super heavy.
Someone mentioned about +1. What's happening here?
She's prone.
Yeah,
Okay,
she is
so I
prone.
get an accuracy, right?
Yep.
Yes.
You get +1, not an. You get +1 accuracy. You don't. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you crit. And you did the maximum amount of damage.
And you roll 2 6s. Man, I would kill for that damage roll.
Nice.
Like, where the fuck was that? Was those D6s, man?
Eat lead.
Okay.
Right, now I have to do my
Oh, she's dead.
now I have to do my engineer shit.
My engineer shit.
Try and put out this stupid file.
That's
That
me
is,
every day I
Well, you
go
got
to
a
that is
+2.
That is every team shooter ever, where one person's like, "I got it, guys," and they charge into the middle of the group, last for 1 second,
that's-
and just get dogpiled.
Yeah,
They Leroy Jenkins.
Yes.
they did, and they got absolutely shit faced because of it.
So did Leroy.
He did. Good roll, Utari. Well done.
Yeah,
I think that's
19.
the same.
I think I figured out how fire extinguishers work.
That or there's like a button on the inside of your mech to like,
Uh,
you know, just soak the external oil.
No, it's a Brit. It's you're British, so it's not a fire extinguisher. It's one of those, you know, quick pull like fire blankets, like that they because I haven't seen them anywhere else. That feels like just a British thing. With quick.
I don't
pull
even know
fire-
what you're talking about, man.
Because we use chip pans. They're
Yeah.
mostly for chip pans.
Yeah, so basically for like or in kitchens and stuff as instead of just having various types
We
of fire
can cover this later. We got to finish this combat
Oh,
at least
yeah.
a little bit.
We gotta keep moving.
Yep. Cool. All right. So that's the end of.
You can also take off the burn thing,
Can take off burning.
just in case. Better to remember that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. That's that. So that's it for Fathead. I think. Just gonna read up on this to make sure.
We got sugar cheeks.
Sugar and cheeks. Yep.
Yeah, sugar
Yep.
cheeks. That's who's left at the end of the round is sugar cheeks and Reaper.
You made the decision to call them that, Roach.
You did.
I did. That's true. I found.
this
I
group,
found.
With this
I found
group,
actual real world call signs that I found were funny, and I used them.
that's fair. They are funny.
Okay. Yeah. I think sugar's gonna go.
Oh yeah, she's a lock on as well, doesn't she? From from our resident goblin.
Yep.
You're assuming that sugar is a she.
I did say they, didn't I?
No, you said she.
Them. The enemy.
The enemy. Yep.
I mean, in this instance, that's what they are. They are the enemy. They are trying to kill us.
Yep, that is true. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3. Just to point out, sugar is a size 1/2 mech.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they do have cover from where they are.
Cool. Good to know.
It's hitting with the shit that doesn't require the cover.
Yeah, that would work. Okay. And they are going to target Ursa.
as the one person who is outside the dome. That's fair.
No, you're in.
No, my top right square is outside the dome.
Yeah, but
Yep.
one of your squares is inside.
Two of
Two
the
of
three
them.
squares are
Two
in
of
the
them.
dome.
Oh,
I
does
think
it?
you have to. I think you have to be fully in the dome. Or that's a hard one because you would occupy 3 squares or 3 hexes, so it's a difficult thing to
It's
say.
weird because hypothetically, more of me is in cover than not in cover. So would that be
question-
cover or not?
It's just
Hold
his
on,
head
that's-
is reaching the dome.
Hold on, I think I can actually. So I remembered where I put this because we can check. We can have the game check.
We can do the math.
Well, no, we could just have the game check because I'll stun target. I'll get rid of the dome and put it back in the same spot, and it auto targets people that are in the dome by default.
Oh, there
You're
you
in
go.
the dome.
They're in the dome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
in the dome.
You in the dome.
This is probably
Which
where it's
I-
not going to matter because I do not have a good evasion.
Well, hey, it helps.
The
Every little
dome will help.
I appreciate the help. Don't get me wrong. I am all about it.
all about that assistance, yo.
See, this is a tech attack though.
Hmm.
So that means I actually have a better chance because my E defense is better than my evasion.
Yep, that is true.
I think mine's about the same.
So you said they
what
have a
reactions do I have?
that
Difficulty.
shield. That shield is just a difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
It's a +1 difficulty.
+1 difficulty, and I get the blink field intervention if I so choose.
+1 difficulty or +1 inaccuracy.
+1
Difficulty.
difficulty.
Okay, those are different. Just to point out, because
Yeah.
an inaccuracy is a D6 difficult.
Yep.
I think. I'm just making sure. Cool. We've got that. Got that. I don't think there's anything else they can really do with their
With their stuff and/or things.
stuff and or things. Yep.
Pretty sure difficulty is also a D6.
It is.
Probably. I put it on, so we'll just see if it does apply it. But got that.
That miraculously
good.
misses.
That's good.
Yeah, I didn't target, so I'm not following my own pet peeve. I'm not countering my own pet peeve.
Yep.
So
I mean,
yep,
hey, it
that
happens.
didn't hit, unfortunately. So okay, cool, got that.
But as we learned earlier, and we're being fair here, Roach, that is a quick action. You can tech attack twice a turn because it's only one quick action,
That's
unless
true.
they dashed.
Which
That
they
is
did.
true.
No, they moved. They didn't dash because they have 5 movement.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I have 3 movements, so when I see somebody moving like 7 squares, I'm like, wow, do they dash? That's just my
Speed.
instinct now.
I mean,
The
I can dash
thing
12.
is-
Speed demon.
From what I remember of the rules, and again, our little CompCon rule gremlin in the chat did say you could tech attack twice, but if I remember the rules, you're not able to do the same action twice.
So
in a
you
turn.
couldn't do the same
thing,
tech
so you
attack.
can like lock on or
Yeah.
something like that.
I think
Yeah.
it has to be a different invasion.
Yeah.
No. So it would, if they're all invasions, then I don't think you can do it. But you can. There are tech attacks that aren't invasion, right?
You have full tech action? Full tech action?
That targets 2. That's what the CompCon told me.
Oh.
Right. Targets two.
Mm-hmm.
Do 2 invasions. Okay. I'm my hands off the chess piece. I don't do that. But
Okay.
I'm just going to do a tech attack to see if I can impart a lock on onto Oleg.
Lock on's automatic.
It is on. Yep. So I don't fucking know what I'm doing.
It just happens. It just does the
It
thing.
just-
The thing happens.
Yeah,
Yep.
because as it says here in Quick Tech, unlike other quick actions, Quick Tech can be taken more than once per turn. However, a different option must be chosen every time.
Ah,
Cool.
I see.
So imparted did that to so you have lock on now on you,
Sure.
Ursa. And that's it for Sugar's turn. So now it's just Reaper. It's the only one left.
What's that? It's.
But we're at the end of our
Why don't we
Yeah,
let
aren't
Reaper
we?
take their turn, just so we have all of us finished, and then we can call it there? just so we don't
Okay.
have to. Just so we don't make Mikey to wait 2 weeks just to be the only person
Please
that
don't
take
make
their
me
turn.
wait 2 weeks. Right.
You must wait.
I must wait. So I'm going to use crack shot because I'm not moving because I want to make Mike here go bye bye. So I steady my
Other
aim.
Mike.
Yeah, the other Mike. The OM. I'm going to steady my aim. I'm immobilized till the start of my next turn. I gain +1 accuracy to all attacks made with rifles. And because of 0 in, I can make a ranged attack with a rifle and then I attempt to hit a weak point. I gain +1 difficulty on the attack roll, but I gain a +1 d6 bonus damage on a crit. So,
Okay.
with the Reaper's Due, here we go. I am going to target Mike, which I already have, the OM. What else can I do? So I have, so I'm just going to go ahead then and make an attack. So I get an accuracy from crack shot. I lose that accuracy because of the difficulty, but then I also still have accuracy because the anti-material rifle itself is accurate. I don't have a lock on to use on them. They don't have they have no cover. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna roll. Hit for 8 damage, armor piercing.
Blam.
Okay. 8 damage, armor piercing. That is good to know.
Yes, the anti-material rifle is armor piercing, if you'd believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh, that's right. Because of Infiltrator, the first attack of any type that I make sends my target reading on a hit. They must succeed a hull save or become slowed, impaired, and unable to take reactions. So please make other Mike make a hull save versus an 11.
Cool. I'll save versus 11.
Yep. I have a lot of things to remember. I have a lot of different things that affect things here. You just
They
made
got it.
Fuck. It would have been really nice to make them not be able to do anything, but that's all right.
Just need
Yeah,
to. Can I
unfortunate.
double check the range of my turret drone?
That's a
Anything
good
within
question.
sensors? He's in sensors. Yes. I'm gonna use my reaction to have the turret drone do the extra two damage from.
Does the turret drone have armor piercing?
I don't know because we had to specifically look up its.
It deals 3 kinetic damage. That is it.
Okay, so it doesn't.
kinetic.
Unfortunately, because of their armor, it doesn't do anything. But that is good to remember, just as a good policy. 'cause,
Padre
I mean,
wouldn't have known that. So.
So
It's all learning.
then,
Yes, yeah, it's all learning.
so then I'm going to use my Vulture DMR, my new weapon that I unlocked because of my new license level, including the Mech I'm using. I'm using the Death's Head now, for anyone interested.
Mhm.
The Vulture DMR is range 15, damage 1d6 +1, accurate, overkill, and heat. Heat 1. So because of steady aim, I get the extra accuracy to this. However, I don't use 0 in because it's once per round. And it only applies to one
Okay.
attack, I believe.
Okay.
So, I get an extra accuracy, roll the damage. I do a crit. So, I deal 6 damage, and I take 1 heat for it.
Okay, cool. Other Mike,
You do
you're-
7 damage.
Sorry, yeah, 7 damage. I take a heat for it. I
It's not
forget there's
for
a
this
+1
world.
on that.
You
Hey!
had 2 HP left. You had 2
Success!
HP left.
Success!
You did need to do You did need to do
I did need to do
minimum
at
of
least
5
6
damage.
Yeah. I
To
didn't
do
need to
that,
do a
yeah.
shit ton of damage, so thankfully I critted. I would have
Yeah.
preferred I crit with the other attack because I would have got an extra d6 damage, but I won't complain.
Is that it?
I could use the missile rack, but I can't see hide. I
the
can't
missile
see
rack arcing?
sugar. Let me double check that for you.
So what did
Then
you used? So hold on. What did you use to fire? You did one. You did one skirmish with the anti-material rifle.
Yeah, it's a full thing. The vulture and the missile rack are on the same mount.
Barrage. You used a
Yeah.
barrage, so you could use 2
Yes.
mounts. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's not arcing. No, the missile rack is not. It's just
Okay,
a-
so it's not
fire.
arcing.
Then yeah,
so Yeah, I can't see anything then with that. So, and I also can't move because I'm immobilized because of
Yep.
crack shot. So yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Cool. All right. I think that's it. It's only enemies left. Enemy left. So we can end off this combat for the next week.
Okay,
Put a
so
little
then
message in chat.
join us next time. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode. As always, all we've got left to do is to thank the people that have been here. So thank you to Commissar Roach for continuing to GM and run this campaign. We've also been joined by the wonderful SurelyOnlyMikey, Utari Onzo, DM Lake, Red Moogle, RivalzoneGaming. My name has been Midgeman. We have been the Component Cards Tuesday crew, and we will be back on Tuesday, or a Tuesday in your near future. Anyway, we will see you next time. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.